Hello there, everybody. So, and welcome back to Higurashi Tsumihoroboshi. Tsumihoroboshi. I'm never going to get that title right. Anyway, in the last episode, Rena is still, well... Actually, not only Rena, but myself. We're all fucking confused and I don't know what to believe anymore. So, I feel like we're getting close to the end, or maybe we are at the end right now, because we've gotten pretty far in, but I don't know if we're near the end. We have to be near the end, but I don't know how close we are. So, let's jump right back in. Oh my god, this music. Okay. Walking only with Mion to school makes me miss Rena a lot.
What's wrong, Kei-chan? Why are you looking around?
What? No, nothing. It's the same way to school, but I feel nervous for some reason. I wonder what Rena meant when she said she was going to win a come-from-behind victory last night. I can't stop feeling something dangerous is going to happen. Rena thinks Mion is one of her enemies. She could be hiding somewhere to attack Mion with a knife. Well, technically a hatchet, but... or a butcher cleaver fuck thing, that one weapon she's got.
Don't worry. Rena isn't going to do something as rash as that. Even if she does, I can protect myself.
Mion says it brightly, as if she wants to tell me she isn't afraid of anything. But I can't be optimistic like her because I know exactly what Rena is going through. Rena must be determined by now, and she probably wouldn't mind dying fighting against Mion if she wasn't going to win anyway. Of course, it doesn't mean she's definitely going to take violent action, but I can't deny the possibility either.
Uncle Mion is more concerned about the reason why Rena went crazy all of a sudden.
Is there any reason? I remember the tragedy. I can't remember what made the world go crazy. But I remember we got lost in that awfully scary world. It started with small things, and those small things continued to pile up one after another. If you think about it calmly, you'll laugh because it's really a stupid thing. But once those little tiny stupid things start to bother you, you can't ignore them. It's that kind of disease. If you can call it a disease. But there must be a reason. There must be a reason that made the world go crazy. But I think it's a very small thing that you can't even notice. And unfortunately, the reason is very difficult to understand, and you won't be able to figure it out until you die.
I have a relative who is a doctor. He said that if you have a brain tumor in an abnormal spot of your brain, it can change your personality or make you a totally different person. People who suffered from this disease used to be considered haunted by devils or possessed by foxes. People dramatized this disease like it was something occult. Actually kind of reminds me about this, oh my god, what was that case? Somebody had like, I can't remember, I think it was like a metal pipe that was jammed through his brain. And he was like a normal, happy guy, but then immediately after that happened, he became like really, really, well, evil. You mean Rena is suffering from a physical disease she got in her brain? In her case, it might be better to say that it's a mental disease. Rena was pretty upset and mentally unstable because of the murder of Rina and Tepai. At a time like that stupid Oishi told her about what had happened to Toмотaki-san in an exaggerated way.
I think Oishi-san and Takano-san's scrapbooks had many things in common.
Really? Like what?
Well, he believes in the series of mysterious deaths of Hinamizawa, but that's a delusion. I mean, it actually happened for 5 years in a row, but I think there is no series of murders in the first place. It's true that the mysterious incidents happened 5 years in a row, but they were solved individually. It's like a past we don't need to talk about. We think of them as a series of mysterious deaths. That's why we think something is going to happen this year, too. It leads us to think that there's a conspiracy, and that the Sonozaki family is behind it. We connect those things to the series of mysterious deaths, but we shouldn't do that in the first place. Just like I tried to keep a distance from Rena when I found out about her dark past, everybody's trying to keep a distance from the dark past of Hinamizawa. Takano-san's scrapbooks are a good example. She dramatized the recent incidents and old cruel history, and she made feasible stories out of them, saying that the Sonozaki family is behind all of this. Uishi-san did the same thing too. He's so convinced that the Sonozaki family is behind it all that it's making him interpret things in a wrong way. In that sense, we can say Oishi-san believes in the same delusion Rena does. I think the Sonozaki family is partially accountable for that because you guys act like you're behind things every time something happens. In this village, people think it's the Sonozaki family who did it whenever something strange happens. It's like a magic word to settle everything down. It's like those people who say they can explain all phenomena of this world by plasma.
Oh yeah? What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying all of this is the Sonozaki family's fault?
Exactly. It's all your fault. So I'll call you Plasma Mion from now on. That actually sounds like a wrestler's name.
Well, I like professional wrestlers. Hey, Kei-chan, do you know what abdominal stretching is?
Stop by. I don't want to wrestle with you in this freaking hot weather. Oh no, that hurts! Stop! Fuck. You got wrecked, bro.
Good morning, Keiichi-san. Good morning.
Satoko and Rika-chan look a little sad when they see only the two of us. If the three of us came to school together like always, they must have been really happy. But the classmates are as noisy as usual. Nobody seems to make a big deal about Rena's absence. Chie-sensei is going to be here soon, and she'll start the morning homeroom. Everyone is fooling around as if they don't want to miss a second of the time until then.
Hey, something stinks today. Close the windows.
Silly, it'll be hotter in here if we close the windows. It smells like gasoline or something, and it really stinks. What? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Someone from the Forest Service must be putting gasoline into the heavy equipment or something. Some students near the window are making fuss because they want to close the windows because of the smell. Our school isn't a normal school compared to the others. Our school is using a part of the Forest Service. That's why unusual things like this happen.
This is nothing. I remember they once brought a few big piles of juniper branches. That was awful. The distinct irritating odor gave us a headache. What's a juniper? Me. That's the name of a vegetable. We sometimes put it in curry.
You should look for it next time you go grocery shopping.
I don't know much about vegetables, but it sounds like it's better to make Rika and Keiichi-san taste it first just in case.
What? Our ball is missing. You hit it again, didn't you, Hojo? What the? The boys seem to be looking for their ball for a while, and they yell at Satoko. Hey, don't touch my little sister. How dare you?
Why would I hide such a stupid thing? If I was going to hide something, I'd hide something better than that. Hey, Chie-sensei is coming. Everybody, take a seat. Hello, everyone. Get to your seats.
Fuck, every time. During the class, I keep thinking about Rena the whole time. I think about what she said last night. I wonder what her come from behind victory means. According to Takano-san's delusion, the masterminds of the bioterrorism are the three families, and a group of fanatic believers that controls the three families. In other words, it means the Sonozaki family. What can Rena do alone against them? Mion lives with her grandmother, the leader of the Sonozaki family. There's only two of them in the house. It's possible that Rena will break into their house with a knife. Well, you're not going to really be able to kill Oryu because I'm pretty sure Shion's already got that taken care of. Wait a minute. That means technically this Mion is Shion. But if Shion's real name is fucking brain. But I already came up with that possibility last night. That's why I called Mion to warn her. On the way to school this morning, Mion told me some young bodyguards have been at her house since this morning. She told me she'd be guarded herself, too. There's a black car parked near the school gate. They must be her bodyguards. But, according to the parasite theory, it doesn't mean she can end this battle by just attacking the leader of the Sonozaki family. According to the delusion she believes in, the conditions of her victory are more complicated than that. She needs to expose the group of fanatic believers who are behind of the Sonozaki family, and she needs to destroy their research on the parasite. Plus, Rena does not have much time left thanks to that suspicious poison. But how exactly can she win a come-from-behind victory under circumstances like that? She might interpret the group of fanatic believers as the village board members. If so, she might attack them when they have a meeting at the shrine. The board meeting must be held once a month at most. It's hard to believe that they're holding a meeting today. She probably thinks the research center of the parasite is the clinic. That's kind of what I was thinking. That, or it's the, ritual storehouse. Rena suspected that there was something fishy about the clinic from the beginning. And that suspicion must have changed to certainty in her head by now. You might want to be careful about when you're talking about certainty. You might piss off a certain, I don't know. Does that mean she's going to attack the clinic? It's not like an action movie. What can she do all by herself? Is she going to set a fire? No, that would be pointless. In order to expose the conspiracy, she has to give proof that they're actually studying the parasite. Is she going to break into the clinic and get some creepy samples? Ew. And the last problem of all is how much time she has left. If she believes she doesn't have much time left, especially under desperate, disadvantageous conditions like these, it's possible that she might try to stab whomever she thinks of as an enemy. But Rena sounded like she believed she would regain the happy days after everything was over. I think Rena meant she was going to stay alive and win. Is there something like an antidote? It doesn't have to be real. As long as it's an antidote to Rena's delusion, it doesn't matter what it is. It can even be the water you washed your rice with. Well, you might want to ask Rika about that. But if she thought she could get the antidote easily, she wouldn't have been so desperate about the time she has left. It must be difficult for her to get the antidote. The easiest setting I can think of is that it's hidden somewhere in the clinic. Putting it all together like this, I feel like Irie and his clinic are in danger. Now that I think about it, the elderly people in this village, including the members of the village council, hang out in the waiting room of the clinic all the time. If most of the board members happen to gather there, it'd be the perfect place to attack for her. I tell Mion about that during lunch break.
I'd say she wouldn't do such a stupid thing if this was a normal situation, but I actually can't deny the possibility. I'm going to call my house, and I'll make sure that they send some people to the clinic.
Mion doesn't try to disagree with my crazy idea. She puts down her chopsticks, Erica would be pissed, and goes to the teacher's office to make a phone call.
It sounds so dangerous. I can't believe Renaissance is going to do such a scary thing. Are you sure she's going to attack the clinic?
Maybe she will. Maybe she won't. But if that happens, we're screwed. We need to prevent the disaster from happening.
I hope nothing is going to happen.
Fuck. Fucking noises scare me. Okay. Oh. I'll send 2 of our young men to the clinic.
I don't think she'll do it. But you'll never know what's going to happen.
Can we capture her by force when we find her?
Honestly, I don't want to do that. What do you think we should do?
We agreed with the cops that we're going to give Ryuga Rena to them right after we get her. So, even if we use force to capture her, we won't get in trouble.
I'm not worried about losing face, I just feel sorry for Rena. I really want to settle this down calmly if possible.
Well, she's still young. As as long as she doesn't kill somebody or someone or something, all she has to do is to apologize, and everything is going to be fine.
Well, then she might be out of our hands.
I mean, as long as they don't find out about it, she'll be safe. Yeah, she's good. She's good. Nobody really cares about the disappearance of those two anyway. People think they ran away somewhere because they did something wrong. Those things happen all the time. So, she's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't give a shit about those two scumbags. We're fine.
She's out, she's safe. What, are we playing baseball now? Anyways, please take care of it carefully.
Will do. So, it's okay to capture her by force, right?
Don't make any mistakes. You have to get her. Please don't make it like a wild chase or anything like that.
I couldn't help but have a silly chat with Kasai-san. Oh. When I put the phone down, I sensed Chie-sensei is looking at me. No wonder, because she could hear the conversation clearly in this tiny room. Chie-sensei puts her spoon down and she asks me with a sad look on her face.
Were you talking about Ryugu-san? Yes?
Sonozaki-san, do you know why Ryugu-san ran away from home? You're her close friend. It's hard for anyone to understand Rena's situation except for me and Kei-chan.
So most of them think that Rena has ran away from home.
Runaway. Ugh.
But after she ran away from... God damn it, you switch it on me. But after she ran away from home, the cops made a little too much fuss over it. Oishi stupidly believed that the scrapbooks were a big scoop, and he overreacted in trying to find Rena. He had many patrol cars run around everywhere in the village. He even used the town's telephone tree to find her. So the people in the village think Rena did something wrong and is trying to run from the cops. What's going to be difficult for me, more than finding her, is to make up a story to retrieve her honor after they detain Rena. What about this? Rena went for a walk, fell down and hit her head with an edge of tofu, and she lost her memory. Oishi misunderstood something big time, and he thought she was a criminal. It's too easy. Anyway, we made it clear that Oishi was the one who misunderstood everything at the meeting the other day. It's better I use his name as much as possible while he's feeling down. What I have to do is not to make a big deal about this situation, and to create an environment that allows Rena to forget everything that happened, in order to regain her life as soon as possible. Everything is going to be fine, Chie-sensei. Rena's a little sick right now, that's all. A fat cop somehow made a lovely mistake and twisted things around in a wrong way. You don't believe that Rena did something wrong unless she's trying to run away from the police, do you?
Of course not. But making her family worry by running away from home isn't a good thing to do either.
She had a fight with her father and she ran away from home for a while. She acted childish and that's all. Maybe that'll be the best story to make up. I wonder if she had some problems she couldn't talk to anyone about.
Oh, I'm a bad teacher because I didn't realize it. I wish I could have sat down and talked with Ryugu-san before this happened.
Chie-sensei, you're taking it too seriously. You need to relax. It's normal for young kids nowadays to run away from home for a few days.
Really? I never ran away from home, I think. Yeah, I don't think I did. Oh no. What am I going to do if Ryugu-san becomes one of those bad kids and starts doing really bad things? That was weird. She did, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but she did the thing that Rika refers to. Ryugu-san becomes a bad kid. She does something bad and gets arrested by the police. It's her teacher's responsibility. I'll be dishonorably discharged. I can't eat curry anymore. I'm dead. I like how curry is like one of the bigger priorities. Oh no.
Chie-sensei seems to be comically upset by her imagination. It looks funny, so I decided to leave her alone.
Fuck, these fucking noises!
I leave the teacher's office to go back to the classroom. God damn it.
Phone! Can you tell my throat's dry?
Right then, the phone rings. Hello, this is Hinamizawa School.
Chie-sensei has to answer the phone all day today because the principal's on a business trip. Of course he is. I leave to the hallway. Then I hear the tone of her voice change.
What? Where are you right now?
What? I scream and look back at her. It's probably Rena.
She called the school.
I try to go back inside the teacher's office, but Chie-sensei gestures me not to come in. Chie-sensei acknowledges that what Rena is saying several times, and then she looks up at the clock.
Okay, I'll be there. I'm your teacher. You promised me, okay?
She says only that, puts the phone down, and gets her purse from her locker.
Class rep, I have some emergency to take care of. I have to go out for a while, so please have everybody study by themselves while I'm gone.
She takes out her car keys from her purse. It's obvious that she's going to see Rena somewhere.
Chie-sensei, was it Rena? That's all. You're in charge of the class, okay? Chie-sensei completely ignores me, and she runs out to the hallway. Oh boy. She runs to the schoolyard and she gets in her car. The moment her car drives through the gate, I run out to the schoolyard. I run up to the black car parked near the gate and knock on a window.
How are you doing, madam? Everything is good so far?
I know, but I need you to follow that car that just left. I think she's going to meet Rena.
Okay!
Rena is very cautious, so you need to be careful. Bring her to my house right after you catch her, and after that, follow Kasai's order. She's my friend. You better not get her hurt.
Rena must have told Chie-sensei that she wants to talk to her alone. I can tell that easily from the way she ignored my question.
I feel a little bad for ruining their promise, but it's very important that we catch her before she does something wrong. We can still make up an excuse that she was just wandering around because she had a fight with her father and ran away from home. But if she set fire to the clinic or something, there would be nothing I could do. The car makes a U-turn roughly on the gravel road, and it chases after Chie-sensei's car at full speed. I see the car off until it's gone. All I can do now is to pray that this will be settled calmly. Hey, pay attention everyone. Well, we need to study by ourselves in the rest of the classes today. So get back to your desks and study quietly.
Self-studying? Mion runs up to me and speaks quietly.
Rena just called.
What? Really?
Yeah, she just called the teacher's office. I think Chie-sensei went to meet with Rena.
Rena, what was she going to do?
I have no idea. Anyway, I told my bodyguards to follow Chie-sensei's car. Feel bad for Rena, but we're going to capture her there by force.
I hope it works.
They're used to doing this kind of stuff. I'm sure they'll do fine.
So if they catch her, is everything going to be over?
Yeah. We'll send her to a hospital. If a doctor sees her, I'm sure he'll find a typical kind of disease or something. It'll be something like obsessive psychosomatic disorder. How do you even know what that is?
While we're spending our afternoon studying peacefully, the members of the Sonozaki family will capture Rena, who is waiting for Chie-sensei somewhere. The problem will be solved. No, it won't. It's not going to be easy after that, but I'm sure Mion will take good care of her. And in the end, everybody will understand that Rena just ran away from home because of a silly fight with her father. Happy ending. There's not going to be a happy ending.
The problem is solved, right?
Mion winks at me. She looks like she already thinks everything is solved. And I think I just heard my cat ram into my door. But it just doesn't sound right to me. That's because I didn't see the connection between Rena and Chie-sensei. It's hard to explain, but there's something wrong. I'm not saying that they don't get along. Rena is a good student, so Chie-sensei has a good relationship with her. But I just don't understand what Rena wants from Chie-sensei. When I'm thinking about it, the door opens and one of the classmates come back from the bathroom. With Rena. Rena!
Everybody stand up. Come to the center of the room.
Everyone gasps in surprise. Wait. Did she trick Chie? Even Chie-sensei can't make everybody quiet all of a sudden like this. Rena is rubbing the shoulder of the student who came back from the bathroom. In her other hand, she has a big, scary-looking hatchet. It's the same one she had the other night. Everyone understands Rena is taking a hostage.
Is everybody deaf? Come to the center of the room. Move the desks to the sides.
Nobody understands what she's talking about. We all freeze. Rena's the only one who is smiling. He looks very scary.
Mi-chan, you are the class rep. Tell everyone to come to the center.
Rena, what are you doing? Bam. A loud noise washes out Mion's voice. Rena hit the teacher's desk really hard with the hatchet. She pulls out the hatchet from the desk, making a loud, creepy noise. There's a line of violence carved clearly on the desk. Uh-oh. She broke it. Chie-sensei is going to get mad when she comes back. No, that's not it. What the hell?
I knew I couldn't trust you, Mi-chan. I'm going to ask Keiji-kun then. You're my only friend, right, Keiji-kun? So I can trust you, right?
Rena, your eyes. You look so scary. Never seen eyes like that in my life. Your eyes are full of insanity. Why are people afraid of insanity? Insanity means that a person doesn't share the same values and the same common sense with us. For example, a thief breaks into your house and he ties you up. You'll get scared and wonder if he's going to stab you before he leaves. But you hope that the thief has feelings too, and that he's not going to kill you for no reason. No matter how bad the person is, we tend to believe in his goodwill as long as we share the same values, the same common sense, and the morals with him. But we can't expect goodwill from somebody who doesn't have those things. We can't expect goodwill from a person who can't communicate with us. When a burglar has a knife and you beg him not to hurt you, you expect him to listen to you and show you mercy. In other words, you can still communicate with him. But if he doesn't have an ability to communicate, he's just like a monster that tries to attack you. Or like the blade of a guillotine that's falling down on you. You feel fear towards him because you can't communicate with him. That's insanity. It's the same fear we're feeling towards Rena right now. She looks like a human just like us, but there's no room for her to communicate with us like a normal person can do. Everybody understands the fear instinctively.
Keiji-kun, make them move the desks and make a room in the middle.
Okay. Everybody, let's do as Rena says. Rena is like a barrel of gunpowder right now. She seems really calm and quiet, but she could explode any minute. When she does, I doubt she'll show any mercy. She probably won't hesitate to use the hatchet on us. That's right. Just like how I didn't feel guilty or hesitate to kill Rena and Mion. Everybody goes all quiet while moving the desks to the wall and makes a space where Rena wants it. Rena says we're moving too slow, hits the blackboard with a hatchet, and makes a horrible noise. Every time she does that, she leaves a horrible scar on the blackboard. The thing that we look at most in school.
Keiji-kun, can you get jump ropes from the lockers? Use them to tie them up.
I'm not good at tying. I probably can't tie them up well.
I'll check if you tied them up well enough one by one. If I find it loose, I'll kill the person. So you better tie them up really good.
We're still kids. We use the word kill all the time as slang. It's used in comic books and cartoons all the time. So we're supposed to be used to hearing the word kill. But when Rena says she'll kill us, it sounds so scary. I've never heard something like that before in my life. To Rena, our lives are like cards she can use for negotiation. She'll get rid of one card every time somebody refuses her request. Get rid of? Damn it. Why do we use such scary words like get rid of for cards? Anyway, there are about 20 students in this class. There's a little bit too many for Rena to handle. She might get rid of one or two just to set an example. I decide to do what Rena says because I don't want her to lose her temper. I get everybody's jump ropes from their lockers.
Everybody, get on the floor. Keiichi-kun, you can start tying their hands behind their backs. Tie them really good. You're on my side, right? You wouldn't tie them loosely on purpose, would you?
Mion tries to make eye contact with me. If her body was tied down, we wouldn't be able to stop her from occupying the school. There are more than 20 people in this class. Half of them are boys, but most of them are smaller than Rena. But there are enough people to overpower Rena.
The cat just hit the door again.
I'm gonna have to freaking give her a treat whenever I'm done with this. But if we do that, I will probably hit the hostage with the hatchet, and not to lie, that fucking scared me. And she'll use the hatchet to attack us without hesitation. It'll be a bloody battle. I'm sure somebody will get hurt if we try to overpower her. The hostage will be seriously injured, or she will die. That happens, it's over. No matter how hard we try to cover it up, she'll never be able to live peacefully like before. Mion seems to understand that too. I can tell from Rena's eyes that she's not going to go easy on us. If somebody shows defiance, she'll break the hostage's head with the hatchet right away. Ironically, Rena's done that before, so she'll probably have no hesitation to do that. No, she did it pretty good last time. But as long as we do what she says, we can avoid a bloody tragedy from happening. If we can somehow solve the situation without having any blood, we might be able to pretend that this never happened using Mion's power. We have to make sure that she doesn't kill anyone, at least.
Let's do as Rena says, Kei-chan.
Mion tries to think of ways to overpower Rena, but she can't come up with any good ideas to save the hostage. That's how easy Rena can kill the hostage. It seems the best thing to do for now is to wait for a chance without agitating her. Mion lies down on the floor and everyone follows, sluggish with terror, and I'm left alone, standing rooted to the spot with jump ropes in my hands. All the classmates are facing down on the floor while Rena is pointing the hatchet at the hostage, watching our every move from behind the teacher's desks. I just stand frozen in the middle of it all.
Keiichi-kun, there are many things I want you to help me with. So hurry up. If you take too long, some of them might have to die.
Some of the little kids start crying when they hear the word die.
It's all right, everyone. Keiichi-kun will save you, so nobody is going to die.
Oh, damn it. What a bold threat. She says I'm her friend, but she's just playing with the word. I'm the last person who can fight against Rena under these circumstances. But it's not going to be easy to overpower her by myself. I'm not sure if I can do that. Even if I tried to act strong, once Rena points the hatchet at somebody's neck, it's over. I shouldn't fight against her for now. I should just wait for a chance. As long as Rena's alone, there will be a chance. She made me tie them up because she can't do that by herself. There's a limit to what she can do, because she's by herself. If we could cover this up somehow before Chie-sensei comes back, we'd still be able to pretend like we were kidding around. I finally realized something. I realized why Rena called Chie-sensei to meet with her. In order for Rena to take over the classroom, she needed to get rid of Chie-sensei. Chie-sensei has a very strong sense of justice. Even if Rena had a gun, she wouldn't hesitate to overpower her. She's the kind of teacher who would risk her life for her students. Rena needed to figure out how to get rid of Chie-sensei. That was the key to her plan. I'm sure Rena thought about attacking her from behind at first, but there's a risk because she's a grown-up woman. So she probably thought that attacking her directly wasn't a wise choice. So the next choice was to lure her out somewhere. Rena called Chie-sensei and told her she wanted to talk to her in private in order to lure her out to some place far from here. Most people, including Chie-sensei, think Rena's just running away from home. So Chie-sensei must have thought Rena had some problems she wanted to talk to her about. It's too easy to deceive her. When did she make the phone call from? Oh, where did she make the phone call from? She probably used the phone in the school. Well, not in school to be exact. She probably used the phone on the second floor of the school, from the Forest Service. This school is using part of the Forest Service, but the office is more like a detached office. So it's not like somebody is here all the time. Rena knew that, and she was probably hiding there the whole time. She called up the phone on the first floor from the second floor, and she made Chie-sensei leave the school. I don't think it's a coincidence that the principal is on a business trip today. She probably sneaked into the school yesterday. She saw the principal's schedule, learned how to call the phone on the first floor from the second floor, and carried out her plan. She's smart. She planned this perfectly. I know. Rena's insane, but I know she's actually really calm. She's obsessed by her delusion, but she's unbelievably calm about it. So she can think fast. I know that very well because I've been through the same thing before. What's more worse is that Mion's bodyguards are gone. Mion told him to follow Chie-sensei because she thought Chie-sensei was going to meet with Rena. Damn it. Everything seems to be working in her favor. I'm done. I tie up the last person and I look at Rena. If I don't tie them up really tightly, Rena will kill them. But when I tie them too tightly, they suffered in pain. Their pained cries make me feel useless and frustrated.
Thank you, Keiichi-kun. I don't mean to doubt you, Keiichi-kun, but I'll make sure just in case. Keiichi-kun, please put your hands on your head and face down on the floor. And I'm saying this to everybody. If you stand up without my permission, I will kill you. I'll kill whoever stood up, and one more person randomly to set up an example. It's not nice to choose randomly, huh? I have a good idea. I'll kill the person who didn't listen to me, add 10 to his or her student number, and kill the person with that number. For example, let's say Okamura-kun didn't listen to me. I'll kill him and Watanabe-kun, because his student number is 11. Do you understand? It means I'll always kill 2 of you at the same time. You better remember that you'll involve another person's life besides yours when you attempt to stand against me.
She is so evil. I wouldn't mind having her on my side, though. She totally understands how to threaten people. You stand against an attacker at your own risk. If you fail, you're going to die. But if it's going to be a joint responsibility, you can't try to resist. You can't risk somebody's life with your decision.
Okay, everybody is tied up really well. You said you weren't good at tying, but you did very well, Keiichi-kun. You should be proud of yourself. Well, you can stand up now.
It's too late to fight back. I follow her order. I just need to wait for a chance. We can still turn this into some kind of a bad joke. I have to do something. Anyway, what are you planning to do, Rena? Don't tell me this is the come-from-behind victory you were talking about. Yeah, that's a good place to cut in half. Okay, that's a lot of water that I'm going through. Okinomiya SP to all vehicles. Okinomiya SP to all vehicles. A barricading incident has taken place in Hinamizawa Forest Service. Several hostages. All vehicles are to head to Hinamizawa Forest Service immediately. Wait, how the hell did they find out about the school? Oh! Kumo-chan! Sorry I'm late. What's going on? Hello, sir. Today around 1 p.m. the classroom of the Hinamizawa school was seized. All 25 students have been taken hostage. The suspect has forbidden anyone from entering the Forest Service property and demanded a secure phone line with us. So, are they willing to negotiate with the police? What's going on? Also, the suspect is asking for Yuroishi-san. The suspect is Ryugo Reina. Ryugo-san? Okay. Well, that's fine. I'll deal with her until the end. Oishi makes a crooked smile. We don't know if there are any accomplices. The curtains are closed, so we can't check the situation. Have you asked the informant? No. Ryugo Reina declared it herself. Therefore, we don't know what's going on inside. The teacher received a call from Ryugo Reina, and she left the classroom before the incident took place. This has been well planned, huh? Has anyone from the Forest Service been taken as a hostage? Nobody was at the Forest Service today. All 25 hostages are students. The number matches with the attendance the teacher took this morning. Plus the suspect, right? Have you seen anyone else suspicious other than Ryugu-reina? No. We've seen someone peeking from behind the curtain, but it was Ryugu-reina. I'm guessing there must be at least one or two more suspects. Well, maybe it's just her alone. Ryugu-reina totally believed Takanomiyo's scrapbooks. According to the scrapbooks, the entire village is Ryugu-reina's enemy. She doesn't have anyone she can trust. But Oishi has actually believed in Takanomiyo's delusion. It is possible that someone who is influenced in the same way follows Ryugu-reina. Oishi-san, the principal and the teacher are here. Hello, Chie-sensei. Are you okay? Oishi runs up to Chie-sensei, who is crying with her handkerchief on her face.
Rena-chan is a good girl. There must be some kind of mistake for her to do something like this.
Well, if I were to do this by the book, I would ask you about Ryugu-san's recent condition. But when it comes to Ryugu-san, I probably know better than you do. Please don't worry. I'll take care of this as peacefully as possible. Chie-sensei is huddling, and Oishi doesn't think he can talk to her anymore. On the contrary, the principal is staying strong, trying to figure out how to take care of this. Yeah, you chose a pretty good day to take a freaking vacation, bro. Mr. Oishi, please. If possible, I would like to request to be a hostage myself. Please replace me with the kids. Sir, I'll do that. It's my... Oh, God. That was Chie, sorry. Please, don't blame yourselves. I have things I want to ask you, so I'd appreciate it if you cooperated. Bonchi-kun, please take them to the map. Okay.
Excuse me, Section Manager Takasugi is on the radio vehicle number 1.
Hello, this is Oishi. Oishi-san, how's it going? Kumagai-kun told me what's going on. The suspect is underage, huh? Make sure to regulate the media, okay? I understand. Also, the suspect is requesting me as a negotiator. Is that okay with you? You've known Ryugu-reina since the parasite incident from the other day. I bet she still thinks you're her ally. Only you can do the job. Good luck. I really don't want to, but since I caused so much trouble this time, I guess I'll do this to make up for it. Oishi-san! Ryugu-reina's on the car phone. That was faster than expected. I'll go get to it. Thank you. Hello, this is Oishi.
Oishi-san, this is Ryugu.
Hello, this is Oishi, and for some reason we're in red text.
Is the signal weak on your car phone? It's kind of hard to hear.
Just like me, it's getting old.
Oishi and I exchange friendly words. There's a very long cord from the teacher's office to the hallway. The cord extends to the phone on the podium in the classroom. Let's get down to business. I'll check to see if you are qualified as a negotiator.
Okay. Shoot.
You are my ally, right, Oishi-san?
Of course. Let's expose the conspiracy of the Sonozaki family together. You and me.
Oishi answers without hesitation. I believe he's still my ally. Or is this sly detective saying what I want to hear? Either way, I only have Oishi to depend on. If I can't trust him, then I'm stuck. And there's nothing else I can do. You didn't believe me for a while either, huh, Keiji-kun? But you do now, right? Keiji-kun is sitting on the floor away from me with his head resting in his hands. We are comrades now, huh?
Yeah, that's right. Ryugu-reina asks Keiichi if he's her comrade, but I don't hear Maibara Keiichi's voice. Is she trying to tell me Keiichi is still alive? Or is Keiichi being forced to obey her because of the hostages? Ugh, Maibara-san is your ally too, huh? That's nice. But you were suspicious of Maibara-san too for a while, right?
Yep. When I heard about the model gun incident, I couldn't believe it. But we can't let the past fool us. We have to learn from the past to grow.
That's very good. You're absolutely right about that.
That was why we forgave each other. So I don't doubt Keiji-kun anymore. Keiji-kun is my comrade.
I understand. Therefore, Keiichi-kun is my ally too, right? But please say hello to him for me.
Sure, I will.
I would like to say hello to my new friend. Can he come to the phone? The conversation stops suddenly. What scares me? Did I say something wrong?
Sure, here he is. Keiichi-kun, Felicia-san is on the phone.
I hear some noise on the other side of the phone.
Hello, this is Mayabara.
He sounds monotone. Mayabara Keiichi is pretending to obey Ryugu Rena because he can't disobey her. Hello, Mayabara-san. This is Oishi from Okinomiya Station. Thank you for coming to the phone. Let's do this together.
Yes, let's do this together.
What is Ryugu-san doing now?
She's walking around the classroom.
Mayabara-san, please say yes if your answer is yes, and say yeah if your answer is no. Do you know what Ryugu-san wants?
Yeah.
This answer tells me for sure. Mayabara Keiichi isn't Rena's accomplice. There's no way Rena wouldn't tell her accomplice what she wants after planning a hostage situation like this. How would he help someone who wouldn't even tell him what she wants? I'll ask you directly. Are you Ryugu Rena's ally? No, let me change my question. Are you being threatened by Ryugu Rena?
Yes.
There you go. The guys in the car listening in on the conversation raised their fists in victory. Is Ryugu Rena the only suspect?
Yes.
If she's the only suspect, then we can respond appropriately. I guess nobody else agreed with Takano's scrapbooks. I'm embarrassed for believing it. As I think about the next question, I hear the phone being taken away from Keiichi's hand. Rena comes on the phone.
See? Keiichi-kun is my ally, right?
Yes, you were right. That's good.
Okay, it's your turn to talk, Oishi-san. How are the simultaneous raids on the Sonozaki family going? Remember? You promised me when we talked on the phone before. Have you found a secret research facility yet?
I tried to decide whether to tell her or not. Should I tell her we conducted raids or not? Maybe she already knows we didn't raid. Maybe she's just testing me. We're trying to come up with a plan for the simultaneous raids as we speak. We're talking to the prefectural police as well as the public safety department. We're talking about the entire city, so we need a little time to prepare for it.
That's taking too long. Oishi-san, don't you realize what kind of an emergency situation this Shishibone city is in right now? What are you doing? Oishi-san, you do believe me, don't you? You are my ally, right? Right? Please answer me.
Of course I am. But the police department is a little more complicated than you think. I'm doing my best, I really am. The thing is, this really is a big scale.
Oishi-san, they poisoned me recently. The parasites that killed Toмотaki-san. They poisoned me with them. I've been itching like crazy since yesterday. I'm all bloody from scratching my throat. I may scratch my throat so hard and die any moment, and you're telling me you're still preparing? I knew it. Oishi doesn't realize how dire the situation is. He understands that there is some kind of a conspiracy in Hinamizawa, but doesn't realize that it is about to be executed very soon. Besides, I'm already itchy all over my body, and I'm bound to die the same way as Toмотaki-san.
I'm sorry, I really am doing my best. But everybody asks me if I have proof.
Proof? Do you need proof? Mio-san's scrapbooks. Maybe that is what I need to convince the police. I was afraid someone would destroy it if I left it with the police, so I kept it with me. But I don't have much longer to live. I may not even make it until tomorrow morning. That's right. I may be dead before tomorrow. I will die tonight. Okay. I'll give you Mio-san's scrapbooks. Please convince the other policemen with them.
That should help. Please give me the scrapbooks.
I look into my backpack, which is lying by my feet. Mio-san's scrapbooks are in there. This is our last resort. Oishi-san, please. I mean, by all means, take care of it.
Of course. Trust me. I'll expose their conspiracy.
I knew the police would take too long to get things moving since it is an organization after all. That's why I'm doing this, to make them understand. You have an excuse now. Please use this chance wisely.
Thank you. You can count on me. Wait, so how should we do this? Do you want me to come get it? I know she won't let me into the classroom. I'm sure she's still cautious. I think I know how Ryugu is going to lead this thing, so I'm going to try to be ahead of her. I hand a memo with my instructions on it to my colleague.
I really can't leave the classroom, so I'll have Keiichi-kun deliver it to you.
Maybe that's better. If you leave the building, something may happen.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm sure the Sonozaki family already know about what's going on. I'm sure they didn't expect you to do something like this, so they may come to shut you up.
To shut me up? What do you mean?
They may try to shoot you. A hitman from the Sonozaki family may try to stop you by sniping you. That's why you shouldn't come out. Don't even go near the windows. I saw you peeking out from a window, but you shouldn't do that. They may shoot you at any time.
Wait, aren't there policemen around? Can you stop that from happening?
We would if we could. It's so open around here. If it's a well-trained sniper, he can easily shoot as far as 400 meters. As you know, attack units from the Sonozaki family have gone through military training, and they specialize in assassination techniques. Don't underestimate them. I need you to help me expose the conspiracy of the Sonozaki family.
I understand. Thank you for your warning. Even if my life is going to end tomorrow, I can't die now.
That's right. Listen, do not peek from the windows, okay? Be very careful. The phone conversation ends. Ryugu is going to let Maebara Keiichi deliver the scrapbooks. Did you get what I wrote on the memo already? Yes, we've got it. Do you think it'll work? I scared her, so I don't think she'll peek from the windows now. I'm sure she'll have her eyes open, though. But I'll work around it. Oh boy. I understand roughly what's going on from the phone conversation.
Oh, Keiichi-kun. Here are the scrapbooks. This is very important. This is the proof of the Sonozaki family's conspiracy and their aggression. Please take this to Oishi-san, okay? And when you give it to him, come right back. I'm watching you. If you do something you aren't supposed to, I'll be angry.
Rena takes out a couple of old scrapbooks from her backpack and gives them to me. Then she looks at Mion.
I'll tell you about these later, Mi-chan. I'll tell you what a scary conspiracy your family is planning. Or maybe you already know, huh? Okay, Keiichi-kun, go on. You just go halfway into the school ground. Don't say anything. You're just delivering the scrapbooks. Don't talk, okay? If you do, if it was Chi-sensei, she would slap you with a ruler, but what should I use?
Oh, all right. I won't even say a word. Come on, put the hatchet down. I'm your ally, right? Trust me, okay?
Yeah, you're right. I trust you. So please don't betray me, okay?
Rena's eyes are telling me clearly. They are telling me she doesn't trust me. But even in this state, she also knows she shouldn't distrust her friends. Therefore, although she can't trust me, she is pretending to trust me. That's why she doesn't tie me up. Okay, I'll be going. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh, God. I walk past my friends who are lying down on the floor and head to the exit. I see some of them. Some are fearful. Some are sure that I would use this opportunity to run. Some are scared that they will die if I run. Don't worry, guys. I won't let her even touch any of you. If Rena tries to do something, I'll stop her even if I have to risk my life. Anyway, I'll do whatever I can so nobody dies. I have to make sure Rena doesn't get angry. I'll just wait for the right moment. I go down to the school exit and change my shoes. I unlock the door and step outside. I feel the fresh air. I see the lights from the police cars. I can feel all the policemen looking at me. As soon as I'm on the school ground, a little voice tries to tempt me. I am free from Rena now. If I run through the school ground, I'll be free. What am I thinking? If I did something like that, Rena would go crazy and who knows what she would do. What's important here isn't my safety. It's to make sure that Rena doesn't kill anyone. I see a big man coming towards me from the school gate. That's probably Oishi-san. Are you Maebara Keiichi-san? Hello, I'm Oishi from Okinomiya Station. You can call me Kuro-chan.
Sorry. Rena told me not to talk and just give these to you. Please just take these.
I understand. These are the scrapbooks, huh? I'll take them.
I try to hand the scrapbooks to Oishi-san, but he steps aside a little. I don't know what he's doing, so I change my position and hand them. He takes them this time. That's when Oishi puts something that was under his jacket into my pocket. That scared me.
Don't worry. The building's behind you. Even if Ryugu-san was watching, she couldn't have seen that.
What is this? I can't look into my pocket because I don't want Rand to suspect anything, but whatever it is, it's pretty heavy for its size.
I have a memo for you, too. On the way back to the classroom, please read it without Ryugu-san noticing it. Go on now. She will get suspicious.
I just follow his directions. I'm worried Rena may have become suspicious. When I look at the classroom, the curtains are closed, but it doesn't mean she wasn't peeking from the crack. I go back to the entrance and lock the door. I don't want Rena to find out that I didn't lock the door. I don't want to complicate things more than they already are. Rena's in the classroom. There's no way she would come down here. She is alone. If she left the classroom, everyone would get up and run. They can't run because Rena's there. They're all waiting for a chance to run. The entrance is Rena's blind spot. As I change my shoes, I quickly take out what Oishi-san put into my pocket. Is this a radio with an earphone? And what is this? This looks like a short police baton. There's also a folded piece of paper. I open the piece of paper and I see a note written in small print.
Dear Maebara-kun, please hide the bug in your pocket. It picks up even a low voice, so you can use it to get in touch with me. If you use the earphone, you can communicate with me. There's also a self-protection spray. It sprays powerful gas as far as 1 meter. Make sure you aim for the face.
This must be the spray. I guess it's clear. I hold here and the gas sprays out from the nozzle. Compared to Rena's hatchet, this requires some caution, but it's small enough to fit inside of my hand. It's reassuring that I can easily hide it. In other words, now it's possible for me to stop Rena. As I realize all my classmates' face rests on my shoulders, I feel sweat on my face. The memo continues.
The spray is just for self-defensive purposes. Of course, gas only impairs eyesight, and it makes your enemy powerless due to extreme pain and coughing for at least 30 minutes, but it's not powerful enough to render your enemy unconscious. Therefore, please, don't forget that there is a possibility that your enemy may resist desperately in panic. This spray is the last resort. Please don't depend on it, but if you need to, make sure to use it. Oishi.
Does he want me to use it or not? This is just one of those conveniences of grown-ups. If I fail, the police will be responsible. Therefore, he gave me the weapon, but I have to think about whether to use it or not. I hide the bug and the spray in my pockets and go back to the classroom. I feel a little dizzy, maybe because I'm nervous. I was simply following Rena's orders because I had no other choice. That was why I wasn't scared. But things are different now. I have a weapon. I'm in a far better position than before. But my heart is pounding. Humans are so strange. Shit! What am I going to do? What should I do, Maebara Keiji? Do I want to fight with Rena? The memo said the spray reaches as far as 1 meter. 1 meter? That's basically a hand-to-hand battle. That means I only have one opportunity. I don't have a second chance. The memo also said I need to aim at her face. That's not easy. Shit! Besides, Rena's cautious. How can I stand directly in front of Rena within 1 meter? But that's what I have to do if I'm to have any chance of winning. Rena would do anything to reach her goal now. She wouldn't even hesitate to kill. Just like how I did. Of course, things are already extremely serious. An apology definitely isn't going to fix this. But at least there haven't been any casualties yet. The more time passes, the more irritated Rena will get. She may demand something again, and this time she may kill someone to show how serious she is. Bad things have already taken place, but a tragedy hasn't occurred yet. But it's almost here. It's coming so close.
When I close my eyes, I can easily picture Rena killing one classmate after another. After I killed Rena and Mio, my room was covered in blood. If she killed 20 people, the classroom would be a pool of blood. If that happened, Rena would. She still wouldn't realize she was being delusional. She would rip out her own throat and die. That would be too big a cross for her to carry, and one day she would remember and be saddened. She doesn't need to go through that. I don't want Rena to go through what I had to go through. Shit, I feel dizzy. This is a very long hallway. I didn't even know the classroom was so far. With each step I take, my determination to fight Rena becomes stronger. Rena will be shocked to realize I betrayed her. But if she can't wake up from this nightmare on her own, someone has to wake her up. And her friends need to be the ones to do that.
Welcome back, Keiji-kun. Did Oishi-san say anything?
What is this smell? As soon as I step into the classroom, I smell something. Everyone is in one corner of the classroom. This smell reminds me of a gas station. Is this gasoline? I see a red gasoline container by Rena's feet. The cap is open. Rena? What do you have planned? The container is made of metal. It says gasoline on the side, written in marker. She must have scattered it in the entire classroom. The smell is almost giving me a headache. No, it's not just in the classroom. Classmates are soaked in gasoline too. How could she? Let me see. This is just like a hijacker holding a bomb. If the police were to rush in, she would burn the hostages. I don't know where she got it, but she has a lighter in her left hand. Rena, what do you think you're doing?
Of course I won't do it. This is just insurance. I don't want to barbecue everyone either. So I hope this will end as a joke.
Rena shows off the lighter. Obviously, she is trying to threaten me. I've heard about people committing suicide by setting themselves on fire. Yep. They pour gasoline on themselves and light it. Some people think that if it was extinguished right away, it wouldn't be that bad. But human skin is supposedly very delicate, and they say if 30% of a person's skin gets burnt, it's enough to be fatal. If it was the entire body, it would result in death for sure. I don't know, I've heard that there have been some cases. Okay, I should not be talking about that, but I have heard that there were cases where somebody was burned alive, but they actually managed to survive. Just by losing a majority of their skin. I think I saw a documentary on that. Okay, I need to stop getting distracted, because this is really fucked up. Or maybe I'm just getting used to that. Fuck, I need to stop. I'm in a disadvantaged position now. My weapon may take Rena's sight, but I can't stop her from using the lighter. The moment Rena is attacked, she will use the lighter. I don't know if she knows about it, but the kind of lighter she has will keep burning until the lid is closed. Therefore, all she has to do is to light it and drop it onto the floor. In other words, the spray I have won't make Rena powerless. The last resort Oishi-san gave me has already lost its power. What do you mean insurance? With those scrapbooks, Oishi-san will convince the police. After that, the investigation will expose the conspiracy, right?
Do you think those scrapbooks are enough? I know government people don't move quickly enough.
Rena must think that if she doesn't see any progress with the scrapbook, she plans to let the police know about the gasoline and the pressure limit. Let's just trust Oishi-san for now. We should just wait to hear from him, right?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, then let me pick up where I left off. Anyway, those parasites become harmless with the passage of time, but some people didn't like that. Those are the 3 families of Hinamizawa. Therefore, they are...
Rena is simply telling everyone what she heard from Takano-san. I start to mumble so I can let Oishi-san know what's going on. What a smell. Scattering a whole portable tank of gasoline. I'm pretending to mumble to myself so I can only say it so quietly. I wish I could say it louder, but I can't. I'm not sure if Oishi-san can hear me. I know. I think of an idea to make sure he is hearing. I want to hear a car honk. Kuma-chan, honk once! Kumagai honks once quietly. Quickly, sorry. Gasoline, huh? Shit. That explains the smell. I'm sure she wants to use it to get what she wants. Kuma-chan, people usually mean an 18-liter tank when they say portable tank of gasoline, right?
Well, probably, but I'm not sure.
Komiyama-kun, is there still someone from the Forest Service here? Could you get him?
I see. Those cans have gasoline written on them. Do portable tanks have kerosene written on them?
Oh. Oh, sorry. Whoops.
Yes, we don't want to mix them up. All the fuel containers have labels.
Not too many people know, but regular portable tanks can't hold gasoline. Gasoline is extremely flammable, and it can be lit with even static electricity. Therefore, gasoline must be in a metal container. Those are called carrying cans. So what Mayabara called gasoline is really gasoline. Are there different sized carrying cans?
18 liter and 5 liter, I think.
5 liter ones are rather flat in shape, right?
Yes, it's red and flat with a handle.
Mayabara Keiichi called it a portable tank. Do you think it's the 18 liter type?
Or maybe he called it a portable tank because it has an unfamiliar shape. But either way, if it's really gasoline, it is very dangerous.
Gasoline burns when lit. No shit! And people die when they're killed.
But what's more scary is the vapor. When vapor from gasoline gets lit, it explodes.
Also, gasoline evaporates easily. Even at freezing temperatures, it evaporates.
That means, inside of a closed classroom, the vapor from the gasoline fills the room. The classroom is then a bomb itself.
That's no small bomb. Kuma-chan, do you know 4th class hazardous materials?
No. I know gasoline vapor is dangerous, but I don't know any more than that.
I want to find out the difference in the scale between the 18 liter and 5 liter, just in case of a worst case scenario. I know. I'll ask the old guy. Excuse me. Could you call the station and see if the old guy from the identification department is still in?
I've heard about what's going on. The criminal requested you, huh? Kaboom! Richi Patsuron!
Oradora on top of that, too. This isn't a laughing matter anymore. Anyway, do you know about 4th class hazardous materials?
4th class, huh? If we had everyone here, we know everything about hazardous materials. Did the suspect scatter gasoline or something?
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening here. One of the hostages has a bug. Supposedly the suspect scattered gasoline in the classroom. But, we don't know if it was an 18 liter can or a 5 liter can. Can you tell me the worst case scenario in either case?
How big is the classroom?
Let's see. Well, approximately 50 square meters.
And the room is closed, huh?
More than likely. I'm sure the smell must be horrible.
That's not good, Oishi.
I had a feeling.
The classroom will blow up. Everyone in the classroom will be dead for sure.
Are you talking about the 18 liter case?
Fool! I'm talking about 5 liter! If I remember correctly, 4 liters is plenty to blow up an 8 by 8 meter room.
The policemen listening to the conversation on the side go pale. 8 by 8 means the room is 64 square meters. Only 4 meters are needed to blow that up, and at least 5 liters are scattered in a 50 square meter room. In other words, the room is more than plenty gasoline, huh? That's not good. I'd rather not hear this, but what would happen in the 18 liter case?
Let's see. To put it in your words, Oishi, the dealer's hand is Reach, Ipatsu, Pinfu, Tanyao, Akaka, and Doradora.
What do you mean?
I'm on from the dealer. 24,000 points. The base distribution is 25,000 points, so if there'll be 1,000 points stick left...
Oh, whoops.
Something like that. There may be 1 pillar left if you're lucky.
My gosh, I don't want that kind of reach.
You should call the fire department and have the chemical unit ready. You will need to have the fire department deal with it after the incident is taken care of.
Shit. I heard this through the bug. So if the fire engine shows up, the suspect will find out. Guess I'll have them ready where she can't see them.
Yes, that's a good idea. You mentioned a bug, didn't you?
Yes. I had a chance to come into contact with one of the hostages. I gave him a bug. I found out about the gasoline through the bug.
That's not good. There have been incidents where electronic devices ignited the gasoline by electrical sparks.
The flash point of gasoline is about 300 degrees. Even static electricity can easily cause an explosion. You've got to be kidding me! Why is it a dangerous liquid available to just about anybody? How the heck should I know? Tell that to the fire laws and automobile companies. Since it's June, the air isn't that dry. But just to be on the safe side, tell him to turn his bug device off. Doishi-san, according to what I can hear on the bug, the suspect has a lighter. And that means even if Mayabara-san... Oh, that means if Mayabara-san used the spray to stop her, he can't stop her from igniting the gasoline. Furthermore, we can't even use the bug anymore. Yes, shit! Doishi, a lighter isn't good at all. Don't even let her play with it. The suspect may not know how dangerous gasoline is. From hearing how much she's scattered, I don't think she knows anything about it. Doishi's back is covered with cold sweat. He never even thought this would turn into such a serious matter. He didn't know how dangerous gasoline was. No shit, I didn't realize it was that dangerous. I mean, I knew it was flammable, but fucking hell. He didn't know, because he'd never heard of cars exploding in car accidents. He knew it was dangerous, but he didn't know what it was capable of. Gasoline is more dangerous once it evaporates. Therefore, a burning car in an accident and gasoline vapor being ignited are completely different danger levels. When you think about how engines and cars work, it's quite simple. Cars vaporize gasoline in the carburetor, and let it explode in the engine cylinders. In other words, that little explosion in the engine is the power. Therefore, if you want more power, an engine needs to be bigger to create a bigger explosion. So what if an engine cylinder was the size of a classroom? How much power would it create? Whoever knows about engines will know, but people don't think that way when they think about how dangerous vaporized gasoline is. Because it's too familiar. 25 hostages and 1 hostage taker. All 26 people are basically stuck in a huge bomb. Furthermore, the suspect may accidentally set it off. If she was to pretend to light the lighter as a threat, that would be the end. All the people around Oishi have gone pale. The classroom may explode at any minute. How can we save all the hostages? Especially when the criminal is living in her own delusion, and what she is requesting is something so unreal. Excuse me, I found a letter in the scrapbook. One of the policemen brings me a folded piece of paper. Oishi opens it. The others watch. He sees girlish handwriting on the paper. You can tell this was written before she invaded the school.
Dear Oishi-sama, if you are reading this letter, that means I'm at the final stage. I must have seized the school and held students as hostages. I'm planning to appoint you as a negotiator, so pretend to be threatened by me and be my contact with the outside. The first thing I want to tell you is that my enemy is the Sonozaki family, and also aliens who are pretending to be parasites that control the Sonozaki family.
Aliens?
I didn't think you'd believe me if I brought up the aliens, so I didn't tell you about it until now. But when you read these scrapbooks, you'll understand. The aliens came to Earth in ancient times in UFOs. They landed in Onigafuchi Swamp. They used this village as their breeding place, and as they improved themselves, they widened their domain. They were successful, and now they are trying to invade Earth.
What the heck is this?
All the other policemen frown at the letter. No, I'm not surprised. I read Takano's other scrapbooks, and they were full of even stranger stories. I personally like the one about Osi the best.
The Sonozaki family, as well as all the village authorities, have been brainwashed by the aliens. The villagers' attempts to revive the warship of Oyashiro-sama were actually part of the alien strategy to invade the Earth. The aliens are sly. They don't let people realize they're being controlled. The Area Clinic must be their secret research center. Please conduct an investigation and expose their secret. Also, please have the bottom of Onigafuchi Swamp checked. The UFO must still be there. Also, separate all the relatives of the 3 families and take x-ray pictures of their brains. You'll find ugly parasites. But please be careful. The aliens eliminate whoever tries to find out about them by replacing their host with a look-alike. That's how they've been controlling the village. Therefore, there may already be some aliens among the villagers. It is possible that they will try to interfere with your investigation. As a matter of fact, there have been lookalikes of Takano Miya, Furude Rika, and me, Ryuga Rena. If you see any of those 3, catch them immediately. That will be the proof of aliens' existence among us.
Takano Miya? Why did she think of that? Ah, I know. I told her on the phone that according to the result of the autopsy conducted by the Gifu Prefectural Police, the day of her death doesn't match. Are you talking about the mistake on the results of the autopsy? I told her I didn't know why Taka no Mio was witnessed on the day of the festival when she died on the night before the festival. I never thought she would take it this way. Maybe I joked around a little too much. It's interesting that she included herself. Did she see herself in a mirror or something? One of the policemen speaks. He was one of the guys who searched the piles of trash that night. I can understand that. Remember, the night we looked for Ryuga, somebody said she was seen in Gogura? That must be what she is talking about. There must have been a bluff from the villagers. She must have heard somewhere and assumed there was another version of her walking around. Damn! Was it Nostradamus? This is just like that. No matter what happens, everything sounds like it was predicted. Ryuga would blame aliens if she was to trip and fall down now. And maybe she is coming up with all this crazy stuff so that when she's caught it will help in her psychological evaluation. No, she isn't thinking like that. She really does believe in this crazy stuff. She does from the bottom of her heart. I know that. She truly believes in these stupid scrapbooks. Ah, there's another letter. Let's see.
P.S. I was poisoned yesterday with the same stuff that killed Tomataki-san. I've been scratching my throat since yesterday. I'll probably have ripped open my throat by tomorrow. If you can find the antidote when you investigate the Irie clinic, please bring it to me.
This sure is something. Yeah, if she believes in alien stories, maybe we can trick her with an antidote. But we may not find the antidote. Or maybe it'll be too late by the time you do find it. Oh.
But you may not find the antidote, or maybe it'll be too late by the time you do find it. Therefore, considering the time I have left, I will set 7 p.m. tonight as the deadline. If an investigation doesn't take place, and the antidote doesn't arrive by 7 p.m., I will choose to die with all the hostages by lighting gasoline.
So good! 7 p.m. What time is it now? It's a little before 6 p.m. Days are long nowadays. It doesn't get dark even in the evenings. It'll probably start to get dark around 7 p.m. We only have an hour. Or it may explode even before that. Shit! What can we do? What the heck is she talking about? Fighting against an alien invasion? And she's trying to take the hostages with her? That's just crazy! Yes, that is absolutely crazy. We can't negotiate with her normally now. Especially when she thinks she's absolutely sane. Uchi-san, look what comes next. What?
I'm planning to scatter gasoline in the classroom. I'm sure you realize how dangerous that is. If anyone suggests storming into the room, please tell them how dangerous the situation is. Also, the hostages are now anchored down with U-shaped locks. Even if those alien policemen rushed in and killed me, they'd have to cut each lock. But if you try to cut them, you may create sparks. Therefore, you must completely ventilate the room first. In other words, it will take an extremely long time to rescue all the hostages from the classroom. Actually, I have a different explosive system prepared other than gasoline. It's a very simple time bomb with gasoline and a kitchen timer. The kitchen timer provides electricity at a set time. I ripped the tip of its plug, so it will create enough sparks to ignite the gasoline. I've already set the timer to 7 p.m. Even if I'm not around, there will be an explosion at 7 p.m. If the classroom isn't ventilated by that time, the classroom will explode too. I'm sorry to ask you to help me this way, Uishi-san, but please help me so we can avoid a tragedy. Please let the 3 families know that Sonozaki Mio, the next leader of the Sonozaki family, the Furude Rika, a mascot for the worship of Oyashido-sama, are in this classroom. If anyone from the 3 families helps you, I'm sure their conspiracy will be exposed by tonight. The alien invasion is going to take place very soon. Please get moving quickly. To my ally, Uji-san Ryugurena.
Uji throws the scrapbooks on the ground. Damn it! How can she call me her ally? Is a kitchen timer like an alarm clock? Old appliances didn't have timers. A kitchen timer is a device to turn on appliances at a given time. When you plug it in, it provides electricity at a set time so the appliance will come on when you want it to. Wow, that's convenient. It is possible to use that to make a time bomb. Using a kitchen timer. That sure is something a girl would come up with. That's weird. Was that sexist? I don't know. I don't think in the situation I did was... Why don't we call the electrical company and turn the electricity off? If there's no power, it won't work. But that won't work. If the classroom becomes dark, she will light her lighter. can give her a sleeping pill in it as an antidote. But it has to take effect slowly, though. I'm sure she'll have a hostage try it first. Be very careful. I got it! I'll get it ready! I won't talk to Mayabara-san one more time. Not to tell him not to let Ryuga play with the lighter. I also have to tell him to turn the bug off. How about the bug? Have you heard anything interesting?
The suspect seems to be abusing a hostage. Shit! I think it's Sonozaki Mion.
What?!
Stop, Rena! Rena keeps punching Mion, who has her hands tied behind her back. Rena isn't using her fists, she's using the handle of the hatchet. Fuck!
Keiichi-kun, you promised me you wouldn't move. If you do, I'll be angry.
Rena intimidates me, her eyes full of madness. I can feel Rena's emotions boiling over on the inside. If I opposed her, she would easily cut Mion's arm off.
What I can't forgive is that you dug up the corpse and turned it into the police. I trusted you. I trusted you!
Rena hits Mion's face. It's not just Mion's hands that are tied behind her. Her neck is tied to a window frame with a U-shaped lock.
What?
So there's no way Mion can protect her face. I don't know if her forehead is cut or it's her nose bleeding, but her face is getting bloody. Her blood gets on the handle of the hatchet, and every time she gets hit, it gets on her face. The handle of the hatchet, it can easily smash her forehead. Because of her position of the Sonozaki family, Mion can't say that she hid the body, so all she can do is to endure. However, Rena continues to attack her. There's no limit with Rena now. She may even continue until Mion's front teeth are broken. Stop, Rena! Mion, that's enough! I'll tell you... Oh. I'll tell you the truth, so Rena, please, stop hitting Mion!
The truth? What is it? Keiichi-kun? No, you can't, Kei-chan.
Everyone! Please don't listen to what I'm about to say. I may say some disturbing stuff, but it's not something bad. So please don't listen. Even if you hear it, forget that you did. Please.
What are you going to tell me? Can you tell me, Keiichi-kun?
It's not a complicated story. That was for your sake. We found out afterwards that the place you buried the body was going to be cleared this summer. So we thought we had to do something about it, and Mion hid it in a safer place.
You told me that same story the other night. Didn't I tell you that was something Mii-chan made up?
Why would she lie? She wanted to help her friend. Mion did it to help you.
That's a lie. I won't believe it. Why did you do that without talking to me then?
Why did Mion even have to tell her? Mion was thinking about you. Mion did her best trying to hide what Rena did. Mion knew Rena was mentally exhausted, and that was why she did it secretly. But Rena doesn't want to believe her.
That's not so, Keiichi-kun. How contemptible of you, Mii-chan, to even deceive Keiichi-kun. I won't say anything about your tricks during your club activities, but this, I can't forgive you for.
Jesus!
I can't forgive, I can't forgive, I can't forgive.
Stop! Don't hit Mion! Mion didn't do anything! I never knew having your hands tied behind your back was that scary. Mion gets hit repeatedly with the handle of the hatchet. She can only endure. She can't even protect herself with her hands.
Hey, is it true, Mii-chan? If so, why didn't you tell me?
Can't you understand Mion's position? She has to follow certain rules as a member of the Sonozaki family. Shouldn't you be grateful for what she has done for you? I may have said it rather offensively. Rena turns around and glares at me.
That's right, Keiichi-kun. Mii-chan sold me out to the police because of the circumstances surrounding the Sonozaki family. She sold out her friend. I was her friend. I liked her. That was mean, Mii-chan. I really like you so much. Why? How could you?
This is crazy. Rena cries as if she is being bullied, but she is the one doing the bullying. This is crazy. But I've seen this scene before. I liked you. I trusted you. As I cried, I beat her to death. Rena repeatedly begged me to trust her, yet I beat her. I know what it is like to be the one doing the beating. Stop, stop, stop. Stop, Rena. Do you realize what you're doing? You're hurting your friend with your own hands. I understand what you're feeling. I know you're sad because your friend betrayed you, right? That's a misunderstanding. We didn't betray you. We've been thinking about you all this time. This is basically Higurashi in a nutshell. Misunderstanding, the visual novel. But she just can't see that. Even after she's dead, Rena won't realize she has committed a crime. But someday you will realize. Even an insensitive guy like me realized. So Rena will realize it for sure. And that's when you will feel even more sad, Rena. You will remember this bloody meal one day. Then you will realize that you were the one who made her bloody, and you will regret that you did. But I'm the only one who can understand that, because I remembered. There's no way for Rena to understand or realize that. I wonder if I'm suffering the most of all. There's no way to avoid a tragedy. This is exactly the same tragedy with different actors. The main character is Rena instead of me, but this is the same thing. Where am I? I'm in the audience now. I know how the story ends, but I can't come onto the stage. Stop, Rena. Stop.
Are you crying? What's wrong, Keiichi-kun?
I stand up slowly and walk toward Rena. Just like what Rena did for me before, with my arms open. Please stop. Stop this, Rena. You may not know why now. You may not know why you have to stop now, but if you don't, you will regret it someday. So please stop.
Keiichi-kun, I'll be mad if you don't go back to the wall.
Rena's eyes go cold and she lifts the hatchet in her right hand.
Stop, Kei-chan. I'm okay.
Mion tells me, but with such a bloody face, how could you be okay? Are you going to hit me with that hatchet?
If you come any closer, I will. Without hesitation. I don't need you anymore, Keiichi-kun. But I want to be with you until the end. So please don't make me mad, okay? Okay?
She sounds gentle, but her expression is telling me there will be no hesitation. Rena will crack my head open with the hatchet without hesitation. But who cares? If you were in my shoes, what do you think you would do?
Of course. I don't want to die, so I wouldn't oppose my opponent. If they had a weapon, I would be scared.
That's a lie. No. I know you're strong enough to give up your own life for your friend. It's my turn now. My turn to be strong. Just like you. I won't hesitate to give up my own life for my friends. If you want, I'll give you my life. So stop this. If you trust your friends, then stop hurting her. The same pain will attack you later, so stop. Nobody is trying to scare you. We're all thinking about you. Don't doubt that. Please believe that. Trust me. If you come to trust me by crushing my head, go ahead. Smash my head with that hatchet. I won't try to protect myself.
Don't come any closer. If you do, I'll light the lighter.
Rena lifts the lighter overhead. You fool. How long are you going to dream about such crazy things? You already know that yourself, right? It's just a bad dream. You want somebody to wake you up. I'm here. I'm here to wake you up from the bad dream.
You're the one who has to wake up, Keiichi-kun. Can't you believe those aliens are trying to invade the village? You believed me back then. Are you doubting me again? Can't you trust me?
Rena opens the lid of the lighter. I can tell her thumb is trying to light it. Rena's prepared to die with everyone else. Rena will die without knowing the truth. She will die believing that it was the world that was crazy. She will die cursing everything in this world. That is the storyline of this tragedy, right? This is a theater from hell. What an interesting script. Who wrote this? A devil? Shit. I won't let this happen. Don't underestimate the original main character, Mayabara Keiji.
don't think the same storyline will work again. I'm taking over the script this time, and I'm going to destroy it. I will not let this bad ending take place. I'm going to destroy your expectations. You're the one who doesn't trust me, Rena. Just trust me. Shut up and trust me. That's for your own sake. As the previous tragedy's main character, I'm telling you this. You just shut up and listen to me.
What are you talking about, Keiji-kun? Shut up and trust you. You're the one who doesn't trust me, Keiji-kun. Why don't you believe me?
Shut up! I know you are wrong. I know how you'll end up. I know how you are going to regret it in the future. I don't want you to finish your life without realizing what you've done. You just don't know how sad that is yet.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Are you okay, Keiji-kun?
Yeah, I bet. I bet you have no idea what I'm talking about. I'll tell you. I'll tell you this pathetic guy's story. Once upon a time, there was a pathetic guy named Maebara Keiichi. He had no complaints about his life. He spent every day having fun with his friends. But one day, he started to doubt his friends. After a while, he started to doubt everything. He didn't notice how worried his friends were, and he heard them repeatedly. How sad. They trusted each other, but they couldn't tell each other. Can you believe something as stupid as that actually happened? Then, I beat you and Mion with the metal bat to the point of death, but you begged me to trust you until the final moment. You didn't even try to protect your head. You trusted me until your final moment, reaching your hands out to me. I didn't realize what you were doing and beat you to death. Do you know how sinful that was? I bet you have no idea. That's why I have to make up for what I've done. I'm going to stop you, Rena.
If you come any closer,
I'll light the lighter. Just as you tried to save me with your life, I'm going to save you, Rena. I still remember how magnificent you were when you died. You weren't even fearful of dying. These words will reach him. This next words will make Keiji-kun realize. Trust me, Rena! That's when Rena hits my head with the hatchet. I crumble down on the floor. She hit me with the handle, but I think my head is cut. I feel the blood on my face.
poor Keiji-kun. That's not your own will. The parasites that are living in your brain are controlling you. Oishi-san will find the medicine for it. When he comes, I'll let you take the medicine first. Then you'll be free. You'll return to the Keiji-kun that I loved. Just hang in there for a little while longer, okay?
I hear a phone ringing in the teacher's office. Rena listens to the phone ring for a while, then realizes the phone is for her. Rena tries to answer the phone in the classroom, but she can't figure out how to transfer the call to the classroom, so she decides to answer it in the teacher's office.
I'm going to the teacher's office for a bit. Don't run away, okay? If any of you are missing, something terrible will happen to me, John, okay?
Rena looks at everyone in the classroom to intimidate them, and then leaves. That's when I hear her honk from the outside. I remember the signal from earlier. Does Oishi-san want to get in touch with me? I bend down and put the earphone in my ear. Can you hear me? Oh, this is Kumagai from Okinomiya Station. Please cough if you can hear me. Very good. Please listen carefully. The gasoline the suspect scattered is very dangerous. The classroom is filled with vaporized gasoline right now. It's like a bomb. Please don't irritate Ryuga-san, and don't ever let her play with a lighter. Please don't provoke her anymore like you just did, okay? Shit. I don't like this bug. It is possible for vaporized gasoline to ignite at the slightest spark. Therefore, please turn the bug off after this communication. This is just to be on the safe side. Also, one last thing. According to the suspect's note, she has set a time bomb. A time bomb? She used a kitchen timer to make a simple time bomb, and the classroom will explode if it goes off. We are trying to get some sleeping pills ready to give to her as an antidote, but we don't have much time left. According to our note, the timer is set for 7 p.m. I look at the wall clock. It's 6:45 p.m. Oh my god! There are only 15 minutes left. I can hear Rena screaming into the phone.
No, the time has been set! Hurry up, Oishi-san! I won't wait for even a second longer!
As you can hear, Ryuko Rena is refusing to reset the timer. She's going to kill herself in 15 minutes. I remember thinking the same way as Rena. After I killed Rena and Mio and I knew the police would come, I thought someone would solve the mystery after I was dead. That's what Rena is thinking. That she was going to kill herself from the beginning. What do you want me to do? The sleeping pill should arrive soon. But if an explosion took place before we could negotiate, there would be no profit. There'd be no point. We want you to find the time bomb and disassemble it. You mean cutting red and blue cords like in the movies? It's probably simpler than that. According to the suspect, she used a kitchen timer. It's not a battery-operated one. It's one of those you plug in and looks like an alarm clock. Do you see anything being plugged in? There is one outlet in the back and another in front of the classroom. I checked, but I don't see anything being plugged in. No, I don't see anything. If an ignition takes place somewhere else, it shouldn't work. It must be somewhere in the classroom. No, I don't think so. The only cord coming from the hallway is Rena's phone. Is it possible for the kitchen timer to be battery operated? It is the type that provides electricity. Could it be possible be in another room? Oh, sorry. If there was a different room where she'd scattered gasoline, the timer would be in that room. Are you telling me to check the whole school? In 15 minutes? Damn it, I'm injured here, you know. But if I stay here, I will die in 15 minutes. This isn't a time to be pessimistic. This is probably my last chance to stop this tragedy from taking place. She scattered gasoline while I went out to deliver the scrapbooks, so she must have done it in a short time. I really don't think she had enough time to scatter it anywhere else other than the classroom. And where's the time bomb? We are doing everything we can here, so please help us. That's it. If you don't have any questions, I'll end the communication. Is there anything else? No, not really. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, I have one thing to say. What is it? Please tell Oishi that he should never have told Rena about my past. If I come out of this alive, I'll punch him, so he better be prepared. Wait, 2 punches. One for telling Rena about me, and another for telling me about Rena. I understand. Oishi-san is disappointed in himself for letting Ryuko Rena fool him. I'm sure he'll be happy to let you punch him. Is that it? Yeah. I've already wasted a few minutes here. See ya. Be safe. Rena is still on the phone. I'm sure Oishi-san is trying to stall her. From what I can hear, it sounds like he is telling her that they've investigated the main Sonozaki residence and found something awful in the secret basement or something like that. Hey, if you go too far, Rena will believe everything again. Miona's going to get hit again for lying.
Ichi?
Rika-chan and Satoko crawl up to me. Did you hear?
Traps are my specialty. I can't let Rena-san do this to me.
Satoko realizes how serious the situation is, as well. The lives of the hostages, including her own, are about to be taken. Yet she tries to be strong and calm. Satoko, even if you die, please don't hate Rena. Rena is sick. She was one of the unfortunate ones to get this sad disease. Remember? We had so much fun with her.
Satoko, I still believe you and Ren are my wonderful friends. How can you say that she's your friend after what she's done to Mio-san? You can understand too, can't you, Satoko? Once a demon starts to act up inside, no matter how sad it is, you just can't stop it.
Oh. Satoko quietly hangs her head. I don't understand what Rika-chan was trying to say to Satoko, but maybe.
I believe in Rena-san.
There you go, Satoko. I hug Satoko's head. Rika-chan's arms are tied, so she can't embrace Satoko, but she puts her forehead closer to her to praise her. Let's see. I'm asking the world's best trap expert. If you were to blow up this room, where would you set a time bomb?
Count on me. The device has to be connected to an outlet, huh?
Yeah, that's right. But it could be somewhere else other than this room. There's a possibility that she scattered gasoline in a different room and set the device there.
No, I don't think she had enough time to do that. She had gasoline hidden close by and only scattered it here. That was about all the time she had. Now I remember Rena telling me last night that she had to prepare something for today. That means she had things ready last night.
That's all the hints I get, huh? This is a very advanced game of finding a bomb.
You can find it, Satoko.
If you can't, there's no way I can.
I trust you, Satoko.
You can do it, Satoko. I were to say, Rena, please find it. Okay, I'm going to prove that Renaissance trap is child's play compared to mine.
Yeah, you're the queen of traps, you'll be fine.
I'm going to ask you one more time. If you were to blow up this room, where would you set a time bomb? Satoko grins and then closes her eyes to concentrate. Who are you? Move over. Who's in charge here? Several cars arrive and some guys come out of them. They are not guys from the Okinamiya station. One of the guys is wearing a suit despite the hot weather. He approaches me, pushes Kuma guy aside.
Hey, look who's here. Good to see you again, Otaku-kun, from the prefectural headquarters. Watch your mouth. I'm ranked much higher than you now, so don't address me with kun. Can I help you with something, Otaka-kun? I'm rather busy right now. You aren't thinking about taking over this case, are you? Who approved it? I did, Oishi-kun. Chief! Takasugi has informed me of the situation. He also told me that you started all this. You can go now. Let the troops take over. The troops? Otaka-kun, you aren't going to storm the building, are you? I understand the risk, but you don't have any time left before the bomb goes off. You've wasted too much time. We are here to take care of the mess you left behind. You just step back. When the chief and the guy from the prefectural headquarters give me an order, I can't say anything. Jesus.
Oishi-san, who the heck is he?
That's Otaka-kun. A long time ago, he was showing off even though he was a bad mahjong player, so I taught him a lesson. Maybe he's still holding a grudge from when I knocked him unconscious in a kendo tournament. Obviously, we don't get along. Oishi-kun, give me your most up-to-date information. Are you serious about storming the school? We were about to settle this thing peacefully with the sleeping pills. What are you trying to do? It's too late for that. If we had another hour, that would be possible. But now a special unit from the prefectural police department will move in. Your unit will be the backup. Chief, you know what's going on, don't you? That classroom is a huge bomb now. But the classroom isn't the bomb we're scared about. It's a suspect, Ryogu Rena. We finally calmed her down and found a way to settle this peacefully. We were about to get that operation started. I know we only have about 10 minutes, but I'll make sure this works. I'll do the negotiation. If it doesn't work, I'll be blown up. You can all just watch it and say I told you so, okay? Oishi-kun. The special unit from the prefectural police department isn't just another unit. You've heard about the second troop, haven't you? What is it, Oishi-san? Is the second troop that famous? Do you remember the Japanese Red Army's Dhaka incident about 5 years ago? I've heard that the special counter-hijacking units were organized in Tokyo and Osaka after that incident. So they really do exist. But why would Osaka's special unit be here? Otaka smiles proudly. We just happened to hold a training session with your prefectural police unit here. We requested no help. You haven't changed, have you? You have a bad habit of exaggerating things. The unit members come out of the vehicles one after another and take position. They don't move like policemen. Otaka-kun! Are you going to have a gunfight at the school? One shot is all it'll take to trigger an explosion. Don't worry. They won't use firearms. They are using riot shields and gas guns. They spout out tear gas with high pressure. There will be no problem. Wow, I never knew about those convenient water guns. By the way, can that toy reach the classroom from across the school ground? You don't need to worry about that. You just move over and let us do our job. As I lift my arms exaggeratedly, my arm accidentally touches the car horn and it honks. Of course, I did it on purpose.
Are you trying to get Mayabara Keiji's attention?
Of course. I just hope Mayabara-kun heard it.
What are you going to tell him now?
They're probably thinking about breaking one of the windows with a grenade and then shooting in a tear gas bullet. They don't know how serious Ryoko Rena is. She is dead serious. Even the noise of a breaking window could drive her over the edge.
Are you saying the special unit can't suppress her?
Of course not! That's why we've been so careful. Ryoko Rena's intention has been to die all along. A raid doesn't work on people who don't care about dying. We only have Mayabara-san now.
Oishi-san! Here he is!
Hello, this is Oishi. If you can hear me, please cough. This is an emergency. Please listen. I have a feeling it's not good news. Unfortunately, you're right. The prefectural police is getting involved. They are trying to ruin everything we set up so far. There's a special unit about to break in.
Hey! The reason I haven't used my spray is because that won't stop her from igniting the gas. A raid can't work!
The prefectural police don't understand that Ryoko-san is prepared to die. They're assuming the lighter is just a threat and that she isn't really going to ignite the gas. They'll break in within 5 minutes or so. Police take the lighter from Ryoko Rena before they move in.
Is that in addition to your order to do something with the time bomb?
Yes, that's right.
You've got to be kidding me. You want me to take the lighter from Rena and do something about the time bomb too within 5 minutes? Oh my. You're the only one we can count on. Please. How is it, Sachiko? Can you think of something?
I just want to check the hallway on the first floor, whether it's there or not. Knowing Renaissance patterns, if it was on the first floor, it would be there, and if it was on the second floor, it'd be there. I just had to check if there is a cord in the hallway on the first floor, right?
It should be there. If Renaissance was in a normal state of mind, I would know for sure.
But with her, with her being like this, I really can't figure out her thought pattern now.
Okay, I'll do something. We don't even have time to think about it. I'll look into those two choices myself. I don't want another tragedy. Demons in hell. I bet you're just waiting for an amusing ending to unfold while eating some popcorn. I won't let that happen. I'm going to change everything. And I'm going to make you pick up some popcorn off of the floor. I talk to Rena as she continues on with her story about aliens.
Eh? What is it? What's the matter, Keiji-kun?
Hey, didn't you hear something just now? Rena becomes quiet and looks around. Rena is totally suspicious about everything now. Once she becomes worried, she can't ignore that.
Really? Are you sure, Keiji-kun?
Yeah. Sure, I heard something. I know she would want to check it herself, but she really can't leave for someone like that. That means she has to ask me to check for her. Rena must be thinking the same thing.
Keiji-kun, can you go check?
Rena gives me an order with a fake smile on her lips. Yeah, okay. Rena watches me go out to the hallway. Then she speaks to me.
Don't make me angry, okay?
Trust me, I'm your friend.
Yeah, I trust you. I trust you. So don't betray me, okay?
When I'm freed from Rena, I look for a cord in a hurry. I don't even have 5 minutes. The teacher's office should have the most outlets. I head to the teacher's office. Shit, where are the outlets? The outlets aren't always near entrances unlike light switches. Damn it, why does the clock in the teacher's office make such a loud ticking noise?
Don't worry, Keiji, we'll find it. Rena-san would... If I were Rena-san... If Rena-san was even more suspicious than usual, where would she set the trap? A trap expert like me should be able to figure this out.
What is this? I see a plug being plugged into the unit under the principal's desk, and I see a cord extending under the door to the guest room. There shouldn't be a reason why a cord has to be extended to the next room. The guest room should have an outlet too. I walk to the guest room silently and open the door. Squeak. The door squeaks as I crack it open a little. I poke my head into the guest room. I see the suspicious cord crossing the guest room and extending under the door to the hallway. I follow the cord through the guest room. I open the door to the hallway. The cord is extending to the storage. The storage room holds some cleaning chemicals. I can smell them from here. The cord is extending into the storage. I open the door carefully and turn the light on. The cord is attached to an extension cord, and there's an alarm clock that doesn't fit in the storage. I found it. The time bomb!
All I have to do is unplug this cord. I pick up the alarm clock. This looks like a normal alarm clock. Actually, it is a normal alarm clock. I remember Kumagai-san calling it a kitchen timer. He said it's a bit like an alarm clock. But this is not a bit like an alarm clock. This is an alarm clock. But don't alarm clocks use batteries? This alarm clock is a battery-operated one, too. I look at the extension cord. There's nothing plugged in. What? What is this extension cord for? Why is this extending all the way from the teacher's office? No, Keiichi-san, run! Oh, wait. Satoko? That's not it, you've been tricked! I see a black shadow covering me. I feel my body freeze. It's so frozen I feel like it's about to crack. I turn around slowly. I see someone holding a hatchet up high. I drop the alarm clock. It makes a noise as it hits the ground.
Why did you follow the extension cord? And why did you have the alarm clock in your hand? Oh boy. And why did you have the alarm clock in your hands? Why?
All the cells in my body are frozen. This was Rena's trap. Rena is suspicious about everyone, including me. She thought there was someone connected to the people outside all along. This was a trap to lure that person out. Only the people outside know about the time bomb. I was told about the whole thing, yet I followed the extension cord and picked up the alarm clock. Stupid of me. Wait. Rena.
I trusted you, Keiichi-kun. How could you?
Rena hit me with the backside of the hatchet earlier. It was painful, but it didn't kill me. But this time she's holding the hatchet the right way. It wouldn't just crack my forehead. It would split open my head. Rena lifts the hatchet mercilessly. She moves slowly as if everything is in slow motion. She almost looks holy. Maybe it really is holy. In the sense that I am praying. Praying? What am I praying for? Am I praying for my life? I don't know what happened. Rika-chan jumps onto Rena from behind. I don't know what kind of weapon Rika-chan used, but Rena keeps moaning. It clearly hurts. That brings me back to reality. I can't just watch them. I have to get the lighter from Rena. Don't think you can defend yourself? Rena knows I'm after the lighter. She doesn't open her fingers. Rika-chan is grabbing onto Rena's arm with the hatchet. I want to tell her to run, but thanks to Rika-chan, I can use both my hands to get the lighter. Ah! The lighter flies out of Rena's hands. It hits the wall on the floor and falls down onto the floor. I pick it up. Rena shakes off Rika-chan at the same time.
Keiichi-san, I know, I figured it out!
I hear Satoko screaming from the classroom. Satoko figured out where Rena hid the whole time bomb. I want to catch Rena, but I don't have time for that. I have to do something about the time bomb instead of Rena.
Keiichi, hurry up and go to Satoko!
Rika-chan has her arms up to stop Rena. What are you doing? Just run!
Keiichi, this isn't the first time I've done this for you. Don't you remember? If I tried a little harder the previous time, you could have made it. So this time you're going to make it. Just go!
I don't know what Rika-chan is talking about, but there's one thing I do know. Just like Rena and Mion are ready to give up their lives for her friends, as I'm willing to give up my own life for my friend, Rika-chan is prepared too. Therefore, telling Rika-chan to run is like telling her she isn't a friend. So I depend on my friend, Rika-chan. Thank you, Rika-chan!
Keiichi-san, we don't have much time left!
I run to the classroom. As soon as Rika hears Keiichi's footsteps reach the classroom, she sighs in relief. Rena's black shadow comes closer to Rika.
That's great. This isn't a club activity, you know. He'll be killed for real. He'll be killed by an angry Rena. You're not afraid of me, are you? That's great, Rika-chan.
Rika grabbed a mop as she ran from the storage. She picks it up and holds it upside down like a spear. Rika's stance tells Rena that she is ready to fight. Rika doesn't look like a little girl anymore. She looks so brave that Rena is even startled by it.
Boy, you're brave. You aren't afraid of being killed, huh? Rika smiles sarcastically. Rika usually never smiles this way.
Do you really think I would be afraid of death? I've experienced several hundred deaths in the past. Why should I be afraid of it now? You aren't Rika-chan, are you? You're the one whom I met that night. Come out, alien. Where's the real Rika-chan? The real Rika. She is right here. Nipa. That sneering expression really is Rika-chan's. I get it. Oyashiro-sama is an alien. The Furude family descended from her, therefore you are a descendant of aliens. I'll crack open your head and drag out all the parasites in your brain.
Rena lifts her hatchet and charges at Rika with a scream.
One swing is all I need to smash your head.
Rena looks like a beast charging toward its prey. Rika takes a step backwards and lowers her body to intercept. She doesn't have any hesitation.
I'll need just a minute, that's plenty. I'll play with you. Come on, Hatchet Girl.
Don't you get it, Keiichi-san? All the hints and answers were already there this morning. Calm down, Satoko. Explain more slowly so I can understand. What are you trying to say?
It is so easy. Just remember. Hey, something stinks today. Close the windows. Silly, it'll be hotter in here if we close the windows.
We've been smelling gasoline coming from the outside. There were no Forest Service people in the office, so they weren't doing any work today. So they didn't create this smell. In other words, this was the smell of gasoline Rena prepared. Rena hid the gasoline near the classroom. She hid it in a plastic container. You can't smell gasoline in a plastic container. In other words, she had more gasoline ready than the container that she prepared to scatter in the classroom. Where was the smell coming from? Was it coming from outside? Vaporized gasoline is heavier than air. It stinks. That was another hint. What? Our ball is missing. You hit it again, didn't you, Hojo? Oh my god.
Why would I hide such a stupid thing? If I was going to hide something, I'd hide something better than that.
Kids who love to play with their ball never lose it. It should have been in the same place, but it was gone. That means Rena used it for something. The gasoline is coming from above. The ball is missing. It's stuffed. Rena-san blocked the drain with the ball and poured gasoline in the drain canal. Where? On the roof of the second floor? The drain canal extends along the roof of the second floor and then comes straight down and drains out to the ground. If it's plugged and filled with gasoline, it's like a huge Molotov cocktail that extends from the ground to the roof of the second floor. Furthermore, the drain canal runs by the classroom windows. If the canal explodes, the classroom will explode too. Therefore, the time bomb is...
I bet you use an extension cord from the second floor window. It's on the rooftop!
I pick up a pair of scissors and cut Satoko's rope.
By the way, how did Rika-chan free herself from the rope?
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I'm not thin enough to untie it myself.
I rub Satoko's head. Take care of the rest here. I'm going up to the rooftop. As I jump out from the classroom, Satoko stops me.
Keiichi-san, here!
What is it? Something silver sails through the air. Oh my god, is it freaking Satoshi's bat? I catch it. It's a metal. Oh my god!
That's neat.
Oh! God!
That's Nini's. Make sure you give it back to me, okay?
Sure. Thanks, Satoko. The metal bat fits right in my palm. I don't even feel its weight. This is great. The name Satoshi is written on the handle. This is the bat that belonged to Satoko's brother, Satoshi. He was the victim of last year's tragedy. You and I are the same. I won't let another tragedy take place. This is a good luck gift from Satoshi. Let's destroy the demon's tragic script together. Let's go, Satoshi! As I try to run up the stairs, I hear a loud noise coming from the hallway by the teacher's office. I see Rika-chan rolling on the floor. Damn, Rika-chan! Good job.
Damn it. If I were 5 years older. You're next, Keiji-kun.
Shit, I gotta go! I have to get to the rooftop.
How did you figure it out? How did you? But I won't let you get up there.
She looks unbelievably scary. She is ready to rip me apart if she catches me. Sure, try me. I jump up the stairs, skipping the steps. I do that too. I turn the bug on in my pocket. I don't have time to put up an earphone. As Rena comes up the stairs, her foot gets caught on a jump rope. She falls and then 3 buckets fall on her head. Satogo's trap.
Ow! Ouch! Satogo-chan, huh?
Satoko leans against the wall and waves her index finger in a mocking gesture.
You were pretty good, but you're about 300 million light years too early to go up against a trap expert like me. Satoko-chan, a light year's a distance.
Smash! The 4th bucket hits Satoko's head. I continue up to the rooftop. Well, I mean, Rena's not wrong. Rena ignores Satoko and runs after me. Oishi-san! I did it! I got the lighter. I know where the time bomb is. It's on the rooftop in the drain canal. I'm heading over there right now. Oishi-san, is that it? Oishi grabs the pair of binoculars from Kumagai and looks at the rain gutter on the rooftop. There's an alarm clock sitting there. The cord from the clock is extended to the 2nd floor window. It's so obvious, but they didn't even notice it until now. Satoko is working hard to release her classmates' restraints, but she can't do anything about the U-shaped lock on Mion's neck.
Everyone, just run, forget about me. Hey, that doesn't sound like Mion-san. Why don't you act like the club leader even in a situation like this? All you have to do is to give an order as the leader to undo this lock, okay?
Satoko reaches for the back of her collar and produces a bent hairpin. Satoko opens the window, climbs onto the windowsill, and faces the U-shaped lock that's restraining Mion.
Everyone, open the curtains in the windows, then run!
Class rep, what about Mayabara-san?
The police will help Kei-chan. You all run out as soon as possible. Huh? Did you unlock it already? To me, this type of lock is child's play.
Damn, Satoko, this is awesome! The binoculars are trained on the classroom. All the curtains are open, as well as the windows. All the children are running out to the school ground. Uishi pushes Otaka aside, grabs the radio, and screams into it. All units, go! Go, go! Secure the hostages! The suspect is going up to the 2nd floor, running after one of the hostages. Hey, what are you doing? Otaka tries to grab the radio from Oishi. Kumagai steps in. Oishi-kun, give me back the radio. There's a noise and Otaka crumbles down to the floor, convulsing. Oops, sorry. I guess my knee happened to hit your balls. Oh my god, this is awesome. The classroom is still filled with gasoline. Be very careful. You are forbidden from using any gas shells or flare shells. Again, do not use gas shells or flare shells. It'll explode. From the support units HQ, we secured 24 hostages. One is injured. This is the shock unit. We are trying to take control of the 1st floor. We've got a problem. The electric room is locked. We can't go in. They can't go in? Can't they break the door? It's located directly opposite from the classroom. The smell of gasoline is strong here. And we may ignite the gas when breaking the door. We'll wait for further orders. Shit. Could have just turned the power of. Forget the electric room. Go suppress the 2nd floor. Roger. Shock units. Alpha, go, go, go! Otaka-kun. What? Otaka-kun, what were you gonna do if you failed to secure the electric room? That's what the special unit was for. Oh boy. I guess we have to unplug the clock. From Snipe Unit HQ. Oh, sorry. I see a male hostage on the rooftop of the 1st floor. Luigi-san! That's Mayabara-kun! Give me the speaker. Mayabara-san! The power source for the clock is in the back room on the 2nd floor. I shake my head repeatedly. I can't do that. Rena's coming after me. I can't do what I want to do. What else can I do? The only way is to go up to the roof of the 2nd floor and get the clock. Mayabara-san, continue up to the roof of the 2nd floor. I'll direct you. Oishi-san is telling me to go farther up. Satoko only told me it's on the rooftop of the 2nd floor. She didn't tell me where it is exactly. She only said it was in the drain canal. But maybe Oishi-san found it with his binoculars. I put my foot on the railing of the veranda and run up to the rooftop of the 2nd floor. I've never felt so light. My god, every part of my body is shaking. feel like I could lift myself with just 2 or 3 fingers. That's it, keep going. The farthest end of the rain gutter. You only have 30 seconds. Huh? 30 seconds will be more than plenty. I can get there in half that time. There, is that it? Yes, that's it! From the sniper unit to the HQ. I'm sorry. I see the suspect on the rooftop of the first floor. I wish you could fire, but you're using live ammo, right? It's not tear gas or anything, is it? No, it's live ammunition. Use those in the military. The Japanese police don't need those. Maibara-san! She's after you! Hurry! She'll be there soon! How many more seconds do I have? Who cares? I slide down the roof and grab the time bomb that's sitting on the drain canal, which is filled with gasoline. There's a cord with copper line attached to it. This is supposed to create sparks and create an explosion. The hands on the clock keep moving, and the second hand is trying to reach the minute hand. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. I throw it down to the ground. I hear a delayed noise. Did I do it? Shock you into HQ. The time bomb has been stopped. Yes! Uji-san, we did it! Yeah. Maibara-san, good job. Kichi-san made me nervous. It's uncomfortable not to have some extra time, you know. Not only policemen, but the children who are on their way to ambulances raise their voices in a cheer. Uji-san, there was a message from the fire department. The scene is still dangerous. Order all units to retreat immediately. But the time bomb is gone. Although the ignition device is gone, it's still extremely dangerous. The lives of the shock troops may be in danger. Damn it! What about Maibara-kun on the rooftop? Can he jump off? Uji-san, according to the map, there is a flower bed by the school building. We'll tell him to jump there. Uji to all units. Stop the operation. Fall back immediately. Fall back! Roger, Alpha. Oh, shit. Missed that. Fuck, I don't care. Can you help me, Maibara-san? Also, Ryuga-san. It's too dangerous to stay there. It may explode at any minute. There's a flower bed by the school building. Jump down here. A flower bed? Damn it, I can't see it from here. But it doesn't sound like I have enough time to be looking for it. I see a white hand at the edge of the roof. Then I see Rena's head. Rena slowly crawls up to the rooftop. I wait for her.
I never thought you would find it. Everything was for nothing.
Rena scratches her throat. The bandages on her throat come off. And her throat starts to bleed. It's game over, Rena! We are confronting each other on the rooftop of the second floor. This is it. The club's real fight activity is over. Rena was glaring at me with hatred at first. But maybe because she has already given up, she starts smiling wickedly. I hear the chorus of the Higurashi in the background, as if they are praising our brave fight. But I don't think we are at that point yet.
Yeah, if it was a board game, you'd have reached a goal and you'd win. But this isn't a game.
This isn't a goal. So this isn't a goal. This is a dead end.
Shit. You don't give up, do you? You are strong. You never give up. You fight until the very end. Also, you keep believing until the very end.
Praising me like that doesn't make me happy now. You ruined everything that I planned at the risk of my life, Kichi-kun. I was simply trying to protect humans from aliens. You ruined it. If humans perish, it's your fault, Kichi-kun. That will be recorded in history.
I don't mean to laugh, but I can't help it. My name will be in the history books of aliens, named as the one who destroyed humans. Wow, that sounds cool. Rena, no matter what you say, I will win this game. I've already won. You just don't want to admit it, that's all.
Yeah, maybe you're right. But maybe that's not how it works. A game doesn't end when there is a winner. It ends when there is a loser. That means, for me, to win isn't enough.
Oh, whoops. That was him talking. My bad! That means for me to win isn't enough.
What do you mean?
I pat my shoulder with the metal bat, gesturing for Rena to come at me. I'm going to make you understand that you lost. I won't run or hide. Do you know why? According to our club regulation, we don't run from our enemy. I'll prove to you that you've already lost, Rena. Are you ready? Parasites and aliens? How stupid. Who would believe in such things nowadays? I can only laugh.
You never believed me in the first place, so you pretended that you did. How dare you deceive me? I won't forgive you. I'll never forgive you.
I don't care if you believe in those things, but I would never believe in such stupid things. If I have to believe in something stupid, I'd rather believe in the buried treasures of the Tokugawa shogunate. But if you still want me to believe in it, don't you remember our club's rules?
Whoever wins is right.
There you go! Rena and I grin at each other, and as we go around in circles on the on the rooftop, we both check the distance between us. If you could take me down, I'll believe your alien stories. I'll perform a mysterious dance every morning and night to call for UFOs and attend cattle mutilations. But Rena, if I take you down, then I want you to be ready.
I don't think you need to think even farther. You will never defeat me.
Rena comes at me with a heavy strike. I catch it easily with the metal bat. I think there were some sparks. This is finally getting interesting. Hey, maybe you shouldn't say that yet. You may be wrong, you know. While going through some fierce battles in our club, I've learned something. I've learned about myself. Now I know what I need to bring out my strongest power.
Really? I wonder what it is. I wonder.
Rena, your hatchet can be a powerful weapon, but my metal bat is as powerful as your hatchet. Sure, it doesn't have a blade, but it reaches farther and it's easy to handle. But I won't go for a defensive battle. I'm going to battle you face to face, and I'm going to defeat you. I'm sure I'm stronger than you physically, but you're better at bringing out your hidden abilities, Rena. In other words, we are equally powerful. This is great. I don't need to hold back.
So what are you going to do after you take me down? Here. I think I have the upper hand.
I'm just warming up. Just wait. What should I do with you after I take you down? We're both betting so many coins and chips. Prepare to pay for a big amount.
Are you counting your chickens before they hatch? Your bluff is so pathetic.
You don't get it, do you? My power increases as my reward gets bigger, don't you know? Let's see. You'll be my personal maid. Starting from the moment I wake up until I go to sleep at night. You'll serve me all day, every day. Your costume will change every day thanks to the manager's full support. Wow, until I go to sleep at night? Oh my, I won't let you go to sleep tonight. How about that?
That's so like you, Keiichi-kun. No, thank you. Actually, I'll win and you'll be my servant.
We both laugh like crazy people as we strike at each other. It's strange that this is getting more and more fun. Rena and I are trying to kill each other, yet we're having fun. Sparks are flying. We could get seriously injured. If we fall off the rooftop, we'll break our bones. Yet this is so much fun. I was mourning and crying all day today while Rena scared me. How did all that turn into this? That means we can't be serious even if we try. Even with sparks flying, we can only goof around.
Too bad. That's not me. I like being elegant and graceful. You just have fun goofing around by yourself, Keiichi-kun.
Rena's strike comes from a strange angle, but I managed to deflect it. Wow! That's too weak. You're done.
Finally, I'm all warmed up. This is just a warm-up, right?
Huh? Fool, this isn't even a warm-up. This is like taking a walk. Hey, you're all sweaty.
Instead of sweat, you will be covered in your own blood.
My Abara-san, jump off! Come on, jump! He isn't even listening. He's so excited he doesn't hear anything. Rishi-san? Sorry. What is it? What do you mean, what is it? We have to figure out a way to rescue him. Wishi can't figure out why he was distracted, considering how serious the situation is. He was engrossed in watching the two of them fight with the sunset behind them. But Wishi isn't the only one. Everyone is captivated by their battle on the rooftop. That's when a sudden loud voice breaks the silence. Mayabara-san, hang in there! Careful, don't fall! Students who are about to climb onto the ambulance are cheering him on. Mion has bandages on her head, but she is captivated by Rena and Keiichi's fight, even as she gets up from the stretcher. The happy days were supposed to shatter due to a series of misunderstandings. They were supposed to be irretrievable, but what? Why? Why do I feel this way? This is such a close game, but a standoff isn't fun. Rena and I kick at each other with perfect timing and increase the distance between us. Hey! This is getting really fun! How is it, Rena? Isn't this the best?
I've been having fun since the very beginning. But it'll be even more fun to split open your head, Keiichi. Won't it?
Oh, that's dangerous. Here. Come back over here. Let's use more space. Something like this doesn't happen often. Let's enjoy it as much as we can.
This is a great picture. Look, there's a beautiful moon behind us. The breeze feels great.
This is such a fantastical scene. Two people are fighting on the rooftop of the school building with the moon behind them. This is almost unbelievable. This is a mysterious and fantastical scene. All the policemen and the children look at them from a distance. They're completely entranced. Everyone is thinking the same thing, but nobody says anything. Why are they having so much fun? To be so passionate in a breeze like this. This reminds me of the Watsunagashi Festival. I don't like to enjoy the cool of the evening quietly. When the moon comes up, I can't control myself. All the club members went crazy on the night of Watsunagashi. The village leader scolded us at the end, but we laughed at each other and promised to do the same thing again next year.
Going crazy under the moon, huh? That sounds cool, doesn't it? Maybe we are already crazy under the moon.
Yeah, I agree. We're having fun trying to kill each other. We must be mad already. This must be what insanity is like. Some people say the moon has the power to arouse people. Maybe that's true and maybe it's not. One thing that's for sure is that even if it were a new moon tonight, we would still be this passionate. As our surroundings get darker, the sparks we create look like fireflies. Hey, isn't there gasoline in the drain canal right by us? Who cares? If an explosion happens, it happens. Hey, what are you doing? Is your hand getting too swayed to hold the... Oh.
Is your hand getting too swayed to hold the bat? Why don't you take a break and dry your hand? I'll split your head open while you do that, though.
That's great! Doesn't your skirt cling onto your legs? You can take it off if you want. I'll just watch you instead of attacking you.
Really? I'll smack your head while you're looking at my legs.
This is so much fun, huh, Rena?
Yep, it sure is.
We fly, we dance. We strike, we laugh. We step back once in a while to pause, and then charge at each other and let the sparks fly. We aim at each other as we go around in circles on the rooftop of the school, our special stage. Rena and I are all sweaty, but we aren't exhausted. The beads of sweat rolling down my body are tickling me. We respond to each other with violent attacks. There is no advantage or disadvantage. There is no exaltation of victory or anger of defeat. This battle with Rena in itself is what's fun. This is like a dance. This is a dance that I can't dance by myself. This is a dance that I can only dance with someone who is equally powerful. Didn't you think the same thing I did when we had the club activity day with the whole class? The day we had the duel with the water guns?
Yeah, I did.
We wanted to fight like this again. As we think that way on the rooftop, the classmates must have thought the same. Our fight is so pure and passionate, and everyone thinks the same thing.
We want to join them. It was the same then. We used water guns, but we did the same thing.
But this is far more fun. I don't have to worry about how much water I have left in my gun.
We can't create sparks with water guns either.
We couldn't strike at each other like this either. We both breathe hard, waiting for the right timing to take a step. And we grin at each other. This is exactly what I said then, but I'm going to say it again.
Okay then, I'll respond just the same.
We grin at each other. This is so fun. I don't even want to end this.
Don't hate me if you lose.
No, I won't. I'd hate myself for ending this game. But I know I wouldn't be the one to cry in the end.
I don't know about that. Your feet are getting weak as if they're made of straw.
Shut up! Whoa! Everyone is captivated by the fight. No shit! Everyone is swept up in the fight. We both have weapons. Weapons deadly enough to seriously hurt each other. But we are both perfectly equal and neither of us has hit the other yet. Why do they look so happy? This is just crazy! All the people are just watching this fight on the rooftop with the beautiful moon as a backdrop. Not even the police can stop them. This is impossible! This fight is impossible! Keiji-san, just try to stay in the middle of the roof. Use the height to your advantage. Satsuko and the other classmates cheer Keiichi on, but there are some who are cheering for Rena too. To them, this is no longer a deadly fight. This is simply the second round of that water gun fight. A club activity is a club activity, and a game is a game. This is just the second round, so nobody will die. They have real weapons though, but nobody thinks they would get hurt. Rika isn't cheering, she's just looking up to the rooftop.
I've never seen anything like this.
Rika thinks. She thinks Keiichi can win. Not against Rena though. Rika thinks Keiichi can destroy the walls of the maze of tragedies that has no exit. What are the snipers doing? The suspect is trying to harm the hostage. Fire immediately! As Otaka yells into the radio, Mion screams.
No! Don't shoot Rena! Rena isn't crazy anymore! She isn't who she was earlier! That is a different Rena! So please don't shoot her!
What do you mean she's different? Look! She is swinging that weapon! She's trying to kill him! Unless we shoot her down, that hostage is in danger!
No! Don't shoot at Rena! If you shoot Rena, Kei-chan will kill you for sure. I can guarantee it.
Why would he kill me?
They aren't trying to kill each other. They're just having fun creating sparks. Can you see? And Kei-chan is talking to her. He is telling her that he is an equal to her. That means she can trust him more than anyone. Kei-chan will wake Rena up. No, he's already waking her up. Rena's nightmare is almost over. Keiichi-kun, you're the best. I don't want to kill you. A world without you would be so boring.
Thanks for your compliment. I appreciate it. So, what's going to happen to the world, huh? Aren't aliens trying to invade it?
I feel like I don't even care about aliens or parasites anymore. If the world's going to perish, go ahead and perish. Who cares about the conspiracy of the three families?
That's right. Even if a meteor hits the Earth tomorrow.
Nothing is more fun than this moment.
Hey, aren't you supposed to die tonight due to the poisoning? You sure don't look like you only have a few hours left to live.
That's right, I completely forgot about that. I'm supposed to rip out my throat and die tonight.
Hey, that's a scenario you came up with. Don't forget. Come on, scratch your throat out once in a while at least. I know it doesn't itch anymore, does it? Of course it doesn't. That's because this is more fun than scratching your throat.
What we are doing is a lot more fun.
This is fucking insanity. Oh my god, this is just fucking insane. Oh my god, I've been going out for almost 2.5 hours. Jesus Christ. Not so much for reporting the other thing I had planned to do tonight. I wish this fun would never end, but my body is screaming. I'm breathing hard and I feel dizzy from lack of oxygen. My upper body feels as light as a piece of paper and I feel as if even a slight breeze could take me away. This is so much fun, but I need to end this soon. The sadness is what I felt in that water gun fight. It was a tied match. I wonder what will happen this time.
Who knows? But one thing is for sure.
What?
It was really fun.
Yes, it was. I jumped backwards and slammed the roof with the bat. The sound is as intense as a huge drum. The noise wakes up the people who were captivated by our fight.
The silence comes back. The chorus of Higurashi fill the air. Okay, let's pause for a moment.
Sure. Let's end with the next strike.
We start to move slowly and increase the distance between us. Everyone realizes this fight is ending very soon. Okay. This is it. I'm going to ask you one more time.
What is it? Hey, you're betting something on this fight, right? Were you fighting for that?
Weren't you fighting for that?
I did? Sorry, I forgot.
Hey. Okay. Listen carefully. If I win, you'll become my personal maid and serve me every day. You have to introduce me to others as your master.
My uniform better be cute.
Of course. There'll be a variety of uniforms, ranging from old-fashioned ones to radical ones. They'll be custom made so they'll fit you perfectly. How about that?
My goodness. I don't intend to lose, but that sounds like fun.
If you win, Rena, I pause for a little. If you win, I'll believe your stories. Rena was happy until just a moment ago, but she suddenly becomes expressionless. Aliens are invading the Earth, and we have parasites in our brains. The Sonozaki family is pulling the strings, they research it secretly, and aliens will be in control of the world starting tomorrow. I will believe in that. Also, since you're dying tonight, I'll make sure you go peacefully, so don't worry.
It's not fun if I win, is it? Your reward sounds a lot more fun, Keiji-kun.
Well, what can I do? You did all this because of what I just said, right?
Yeah, I guess. Sorry, I almost forgot.
Rena smiles sadly, but goes back to the expressionless face immediately. I'm going to win no matter what. I want my personal maid!
Boo boo. It's not fun if I win.
Then do you want to change it? What do you want? Finally, Rena smiles happily. The breeze dries our sweat. This feels good. We don't go crazy anymore, even with the moon out. We can finally enjoy this coolness of the evening. It would be so nice if we could lie down on our backs and just look at the moon. Rena speaks with a little smile.
I want the same reward as yours, Keiji-kun.
What? You want me to be your maid? That's something.
You don't have to be my maid, but the rest is the same. I want you to say good morning to me in the mornings and good night to me at night. I want you to treat me well and let me have lots of fun. I guess no matter who wins, we'll always be together.
We'll be together. But who gets the special treatment is different.
Why am I doing this with someone I like so much?
I don't know. Why are we on the rooftop? Why do we even come up here in the first place?
I don't know. I forgot.
Maybe we're both airheads and that's why we floated to the rooftop.
Yep, be idiotic friends.
We're friends, alright. Well, shall we get started? I don't want our bodies to cool down.
You're right. We better finish up before we cool down completely.
We take our weapons and take our stances.
I almost suggested to stop this. I really did.
I shake my head slowly. No. We have to finish this. Otherwise, this won't end. Our fight won't end. We must finish this. We have to end this.
This isn't right. There's a possibility that no matter who wins or loses, there will be no reward.
Even if that happens, don't hate the other. So I'm going to tell you this now.
What?
This was fun.
Yeah. I feel the same way.
Rena, even if one of us dies, we'll see each other again. And when we do,
We'll have fun in a normal way. We'll laugh together in a normal way. And we'll fall in love in a normal way. We won't doubt each other. We'll trust each other. We'll meet again, right? For sure, right?
yes. Sure. Tears appear in Rena's eyes. I notice I'm about to break down too, and I just realized that I haven't blinked an hour. God, there's fucking tears. Jesus. Okay. Are you ready? There is no signal, but we take our steps at the same time. Our shadows jump in the moonlight. We were fighting so viciously earlier, but it seems as if we are moving very slowly now. We look like a shadow play. Everyone is watching the shadows dance. Rena's shadow hits my metal bat violently. As a result, I let go of my bat. The metal bat bounces once on the roof, then rolls down to the school grounds. I've lost my weapon. Here's Rena's chance. Of course she won't miss this chance. I'm down on the roof and Rena gets on top of me. Rena's knees are holding down my arms and there is no way for me to fight back. The moon is split into halves. The shadow of Rena's hatchet is splitting the moon into halves. This is it. Shit. That was good. I can't even pull my arms.
Hey, Keiichi-kun? This is it, right?
No. Not yet. Until you swing down the hatchet, it's not over.
I don't want to.
Huh?
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Rena's arms are still up, but tears are pouring down from her eyes. What happened? What went wrong?
I loved everyone and I trusted everyone. When did I start to doubt them? I don't know why I'm doing this to you. I don't know. Why am I doing this to people I love so much?
You realized it. You realized it in this world.
Can't believe myself. I was having so much fun, but why? I didn't have any complaints. I didn't worry about anything. So why did I try to destroy everything myself?
Rena, you're awesome. After I killed you and Mion, I didn't realize anything, so I left a note and called Oishi-san. But I still believed that someone else was at my fault. Even after I was dead. I didn't even realize my sin. How sad it was to kill my friends because of a little misunderstanding. Even when they were trying to help me. And how painful it was not to realize it was a sin. Therefore, you are great, Rena. You didn't kill any of your friends. You came to your senses before you committed a sin. You're awesome, Rena. Just awesome. You're different. Rena stands up slowly and lowers her hatchet.
I hurt my friend. I hurt Mii-chan.
Just apologize to her. I personally think the wounds will help me separate the sisters. Damn it, Keiichi. I shouldn't have laughed at that.
I've already killed
Huh? No, you haven't. Who'd you kill?
Mami Arena and Hojo Tebai.
Ah, those two.
I thought I was right to kill them, but the day I killed them, the world started to go crazy. That means... was it wrong to kill them?
I don't know if it was right or wrong, but it wasn't the best thing you could have done.
What do you mean by the best thing?
Don't you know? I grab Rena's head and embrace her. Then tell her. I tell her something so simple. It's so simple anyone can think of it. But Rena didn't do it. I didn't do it either back then. If you're in danger, or you feel like doubting others, or something sad happens, it's so simple. Talk to your friends.
That's right. Right.
Rena cries in my arms for a while. She cries about the wrong choice she made in the very beginning. The choices couldn't have been hard to see. I'm sure it was something that was within her grasp. How stupid it was to worry about it by herself. She had friends. She had friends whom she trusted. Why did she think she couldn't talk to her friends about it?
I was wrong. Why didn't I talk about it? Everyone trusted me, so why didn't I trust them?
I was the same way before. That's why I won't laugh at you. But you realized it. You realized it a lot sooner than I did. We will trust each other. We will never doubt our friends. we will rely on each other. We will talk to each other and help each other. That's why friends are always happy, and we can endure anything together. Okay, Rena. Why don't we respond to the curtain call? This is really the end of everything.
Well, what do you mean by the curtain call? What do you mean?
Well, I was just talking to myself. Come on. We stand up together holding hands. The moon hangs behind us. When I nod, Rena throws the hatchet. It disappears into the darkness below us. Then I speak to the audience in hell, the demons who weren't expecting this ending. I'm proclaiming victory. This is it for tonight. We defeated the tragedy. We will never doubt each other again. We'll be united always. No matter what kind of tragedy strikes, don't ever think we'll be daunted. Who cares about tragedy? Who cares about disaster? Even if we face an evil script, we will destroy it. Oh my god. That was awesome. The incident at the Forest Service Field Office in Hinamizawa. Date of event, midday, June 25th, the 58th year of the Showa era. Location, Hinamizawa, Shishibone City, ex-Kome. Inside the Forest Service Field Office. Summary. On June 25th, the suspect Ryuga Rena broke into the Forest Service Field Office in Hinamizawa. She forced her way into the classroom of the local school housed within the office complex and proceeded to take 25 people hostage. The suspect scattered around a large quantity of gasoline and held the school hostage for about 7 hours. The situation remained in deadlock for some time, but at 1845, several hostages resisted and fled from the building. At the same time, a special unit from Osaka Police Department, 2nd Riot Division, blah 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 blah, and 24 of them were saved. The remaining hostage fled to the roof, and after a brief pursuit, the suspect engaged him in close combat. In 1910, she agreed to disarm and surrendered, freeing the final hostage. Casualties? 4, all minor injuries. Details follows. Sonozaki Mion. She was captured by the suspect around noon that day. She escaped at 1845 and was taken to safety. Furude Rika. She was captured by the suspect around noon that day. She escaped. Hojo Santoko escaped. Mayabara Keiki. He was captured by the suspect around noon that day. He was released by the suspect at 1910. He received minor injuries when he engaged in combat with the suspect. Regarding the arrest, Ryuga Rena. She disarmed, then surrendered to the police at 1910, and was subsequently arrested. She was taken to the Okinomiya police station and questioned. She admitted to the outline given above. There had been some dispute about the accountability of the suspect during the crime, but after subjecting her to a psychiatric examination, the prosecution determined the suspect is fully accountable for her actions. The defense is in direct opposition to this, and has submitted their own psychiatric examination report denying the suspect's accountability. The trial is currently in session. Oh my god. How did they... All just because Keiichi remembered the previous one? Oh my god, that was awesome! Also, my heart is broken into so many pieces, I'm gonna have to really stitch several of these fragments back together. Oh my... Oh my god! Oh my god, that was so good! Oh, my heart can't take it. My heart can't take it. Propane mode! I'm sorry. Propan mode. I don't know how that's pronounced, but I feel like I don't know. Excuse me while I'm basically fangirling like nobody's business. 2 hours and 39 fucking minutes. Jesus Christ. Okay. Given my thoughts on this. This was fantastic. Don't get me wrong, I liked the other routes. But, oh my god, that was so good. And it didn't end in tragedy for once. Oh my god! Finally, I'm not reduced to a sad crying mess. I'm reduced to a happy crying mess. Fuck! Higurashi, when they cry, Kai. 7th expansion presents Welcome to Hinamizawa When They Cry. For once it did not end in tragedy.
Well, there's actually a couple tips, and there's the after party that I still have to watch, and I have no idea how long that's going to last. Shit. Oh. The scenario jump mode has been unlocked. Well, thank you very much for that. The tips reading room has been unlocked. Thank you. The staff room has been unlocked. Thank you. A new tip. The demon script. Oh. Ooh. Oh, background changed. The demon script. Alright. The 17th year of the Heisei era, early summer 2005. The car begins to rattle as the road turns from asphalt to gravel. The cry of the cicadas seeps through the shut windows. Most people would open their car windows and let the natural air in along with the sound of the cicadas. People are also spoiled. He'd rather keep himself cool with the air conditioning turned to max than listen to the cicadas. Usually it's the rainy season at this time of year, but this year the summer was already come in June, not even rain. It was like how the weather was on that day 20 years ago. The air around this area is still as clear as I remember it. Yeah, the winds and the sunshine here are nice. This place could have become a UNESCO World Heritage Site like the village in Gifu. What a waste. But thanks to that, there are no irritating tourists around here. See? Makes it much better. Why do tourists forget about traffic laws in their rural areas? They walk in the middle of the road now. Akasaka! Akasaka-senpai, do you still do outdoor activities? Fuck it, I know what voice to give him. I'm giving him the Michelle voice. Not as much as I used to. My job doesn't give me as much free time. Same here. Oh, hey, there he is. The other man notices and waves his hand before he can honk his horn. The man is a young fellow on a motorcycle with a big backpack on his shoulders. Looks like he's ready to camp out. Akasaka and his partner step out of the car and shake hands with the young man. It's nice to see you again. Oh, nice to see you again, sir. Yo, how's everything going? Here, at ease. Oh, sorry. Oh god, I wish I could tell who's talking. This is Akasaka-senpai. They took care of me back in college. Hello, my name is Akasaka. I wish he was supposed to come today, but he had to go out for a medical checkup at the last minute. He wasn't able to come today. Anyway, it's a pleasure to meet you. It's an honor, sir. So, Akasaka-senpai, where shall we go first? His name is Akasaka Mamoru. He's a veteran police detective from the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department. Despite the fact that he's close to his retirement, he hasn't lost his sharp instinct in his eyes at all. His eyes show the confidence he's built through many risky experiences, and he has a well-built muscular body and a fearless aura. Oh, that'll be happy. Oh, you'll make the fangirls happy. He must have fought against violent crimes. His connection to Hinamizawa goes back almost 30 years to the 53rd year of the Showa era. He was in the Public Safety Division in the Metropolitan Police Department. He came to Hinamizawa to investigate the kidnapping case of the grandson of Inugai, the then-time Minister of Construction. There he met Oishi and Furude Rika. I almost said Furude Erika, fuck. Furude Rika predicted the fate of her own death. Akasaka regrets to this day that he couldn't save the little girl from her fate. He saw the news of the Hinamizawa disaster on TV and met up again with Oishi. They pledged to uncover the mystery of the cruel fate that fell upon the little girl and the series of mysterious deaths in Hinamizawa. Unfortunately, Hinamizawa was sealed off for a long time. As a result, all Akasaka and Oishi could do for the past 20 years was to publish the little information they'd gathered, and ask for the readers to send their tips and clues. But the seal on Hinamizawa has finally opened. However, they couldn't come to Hinamizawa until today due to Akasaka's busy work schedule and Oishi's poor health. In fact, Oishi was supposed to come with Akasaka today, but he was called in for an emergency health checkup. So, Akasaka was the only one to come here today. The other two who came along are Akasaka's juniors from his university. One works at the ground SDF, and the other is a subordinate. They were assigned to the seal-off mission of Hinamizawa, so they're quite knowledgeable about the village. Akasaka takes out a scrapbook from his bag.
The corners of the scrapbook are all dented, and I can tell it's very old. Akasaka flips through the pages, thinks for a second, and tells us the first stop.
Alright, please take me to the Onigafuchi swamp first.
No problem. Right this way, sir. The young man gets on his bike and waits for the others to get back to their car. They honk at each other to signal that they're ready, and the young man leads the car to the Onigafuchi swamp. They go through the forest and come to an open area where the ground's covered by concrete. There's not even a single drop of water in sight. All the water of the swamp has been replaced by concrete. This is what the current Onigafuchi swamp looks like.
There's not even a single drop of water, let alone a swamp.
I was told that they sealed the swamp right after the disaster. This place was already encased in concrete by the time I arrived here for my mission.
Let's go down there and take a closer look.
Akasaka gets out of the car and walks to the center of the concrete-filled swamp. It's not a parking lot or a heliport. It's just a huge, empty concrete space right in the middle of the forest.
So, this is the place people say was a landing spot for UFOs.
Really? I've never heard of that.
Well, that's what they write in occult websites. They say that this is the place where our government met with aliens. But I don't blame them for such rumors, because this empty concrete space in the middle of the forest does look weird for sure. Volcanic gas erupted from this swamp in June of the 58th year of the Showa era. The deadly mixture of hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide engulfed and destroyed Hinamizawa in a single night. The village was sealed off and the SDF covered the swamp with concrete. But the people who write the rumors on the internet actually have a point as well. Any geologist could tell you that covering the source of the gas with concrete is absolutely useless.
That's true. I never heard of anyone trying to prevent a volcano from erupting by pouring concrete into its crater. On the other hand, our country is known for wasteful construction using taxpayers' money. Lately, people who love supernatural phenomena and UFOs write on the internet about the Hinamizawa disaster. It's well known by now that the cause of the Hinamizawa disaster was an eruption of deadly volcanic from a magma chamber. In the 61st year of Showa, a similar natural disaster occurred at Lake Nyos in Cameroon, Africa. So people believe that such a rare natural disaster could occur anywhere on Earth, and that was what happened in Hinamizawa as well. However, a rumor about another possible explanation began to fly around on the internet recently. They say that the Hinamizawa disaster was a cover-up by the government, and that it was a biochemical terrorist attack by aliens. Why has such a rumor begun to spread now? They claim to back up their theory with a secret document known as File Number 34. Someone named it File Number 34 on the internet for descriptive purposes. But the name spread and stuck since then because it sounded like a government conspiracy and people loved it. It's unknown how or from where they obtained these documents, but they posted scans and pictures of the documents, which were all ridiculous. Plus, more fake evidence was produced over time, so now, even the existence of such documents is in doubt. I'd like to explain more about File Number 34. However, since it started on the internet, truths and lies were all mixed up. It's now more like an urban legend. So, this is what I believe is mostly true. File Number 34 was a notebook written by a nurse named Takano Mio, who worked at a local clinic in Hinamizawa. File Number 34 was most likely named after her. This woman was a researcher who studied the demon myth of Hinamizawa and tried to solve what it meant. The contents of this notebook state that she prophesied the Hinamizawa disaster in the 58th year of the Showa era. According to her research, she claims that a UFO crash landed in Hinamizawa a long time ago and sunk into the Onigafuchi swamp. The UFO carried parasitic bacteria from space and they began to infect the locals. The infected villagers began to behave extremely violently, so much so that they were fit for the word demon. Takano Mio insisted that this was the explanation for the myth about demons pouring out of the swamp. An alien who survived the crash realized that the Earthlings had gone crazy because of the bacteria he brought in, and he decided to show himself to the villagers to help them out. This is how Oyashiro-sama was born. The alien was able to cure the villagers with highly advanced technology, but couldn't eradicate the bacteria completely. Since the villagers looked up to the alien as some sort of deity, the alien utilized his status to hand down a specific rule to the villagers in order to stabilize the disease. The bacteria took a liking to Hinamizawa's habitat, so when the carrier of the disease left Hinamizawa, the symptoms would reemerge. Therefore, the alien made a rule not to leave the village. This leads to the legend of the hermits of Onigafuchi Swamp. The weird practices and miracles that the hermits performed were realized by means of the advanced technology that they received from the alien.
Those maniacs do indeed have a colorful perspective on things like this, don't they?
Do you remember Nostradamus' prophecies? People said that the world was going to end in 1999, but nothing happened in July, and people acted like they didn't even know about it. Those TV shows made people scare as much as they could and then ignored the fact that it didn't happen.
But Takano Mio did prophesize the Hinamizawa disaster. It's not a lie. And look at this page in the scrapbook.
You must be joking.
Nakasaga-senpai, is this for real?
Oh boy.
As time passed, the bacteria stabilized in human bodies and became harmless. The alien and the bacteria began to fade away from people's minds. However, the alien has lived on for hundreds of years with the protection of the three families. It still lives as a spirit of a deity in the secret temple of the Furude Shrine. The alien manipulated the bacteria living inside of the villagers and maintained control over the village for hundreds of years. The alien wanted to regain its power and started researching how to bring back the lost powers of the bacteria. Blur, blur, blur. And things get much weirder from here. People say that the Hinamizawa disaster was actually part of the alien's plan to conquer the entire Earth by spreading the reawakened bacteria. The Japanese government has the secret division that fights against alien invasions. And they had a training at Area 51 in the US, blur, blur, blur. And they moved in to stop the invasion by sealing off the entire village. And they killed all the residents by using toxic gas. Hey, there's a movie just like that. Some black guy is the lead character. What was the title? M.I. something?
Yes, I know. It's too crazy to be real. But the writer of this bunch of bull, Takano Mio, was mysteriously murdered in June, 58th year of Showa. Right before her death, she gave her scrapbook to a girl, as if she knew she was going to die very soon.
This girl is known as Girl A. It seems like a guy who investigated the case was able to track it down to a girl named Ryugu Reina. So now it's known as the Ryugu Reina theory on the internet. Well then. Ryugu Reina inherited Takano Mio's will by means of the scrapbooks. She tried to fight against the planned invasion by holding a school hostage and demanding the local police to uncover the alien's plot. Of course, no one believed her and they assumed she was in a state of paranoia. Oh boy. Back then, people assumed that Ryugu Reina took Takano Mio's delusions seriously and was motivated to commit a poorly executed crime. When she held the school hostage, Ryugu Reina was told the local police that the alien was controlling the three families, and that it was plotting massive bioterrorism. And the very next day, the Hinamizawa disaster occurred. You've got to be kidding! Couldn't it be just a coincidence?
I don't know. According to people who believe it's not just a coincidence, there are many inconsistencies in the immediate seal-off by the SDF. Filling this swamp with concrete is one example. According to some of the SDF members who were on the seal-off mission at the time, they witnessed that some people conducted some kind of secret research unrelated to the normal geological research. Of course, those who think it's just a coincidence say that the researchers simply took precautionary measures to keep unauthorized people out of the area.
I'd have to agree with the latter people.
People also question why they sealed off the village for such a long time. The seal-off of the Miyaka Island from the volcanic gas lasted only 4 to 5 years. The natural disaster of Hinamizawa was exceptionally rare, yet the seal-off lasted for over 20 years.
I heard that the residents of Miyake Island returned to their home island faster than was originally intended because they made a strong appeal. But in the case of Hinamizawa, there were no residents alive who wished to return in the first place. Perhaps the government took their time until they were absolutely certain that it was safe.
How about this one? The SDF members who were on the seal-off mission in Hinamizawa had their blood samples taken periodically. Some of them were discharged from the mission without any explanation after the results came back. Some believe that they were using the members of the SDF as human test subjects to see if they got infected or not.
I think they were just checking up on the members' health condition since they were in the area where the gas disaster occurred. Besides, normal businessmen also take annual physical checkups, and they have their blood samples taken there as well.
Yes, I understand your point too. But I have another interesting theory. There are some people who believe that there was no gas emitted during the so-called Hinamizawa disaster.
No volcanic gas? What does that mean?
Basically, what they're saying is that there was no volcanic gas, and it was a sort of government cover-up. It's like the movie made by Steven Spielberg. You know, the one where humans make contact with UFOs.
Really? You're referencing that?
That's exactly what I call a typical example of Maniac's way of explaining things. What kind of basis do they have to say that there was no emission of volcanic gas?
Well, a bunch of maniacs came to Hinamizawa as soon as the seal-off was opened. According to them, the hydrogen sulfide in the volcanic gas should have caused some corrosion to metallic objects and major damage to the wildlife. However, they found no such signs of disruption, which led them to claim that there was no volcanic gas to begin with. But this village was abandoned for 20 years. I doubt that they could find anything anyway.
Oh, that's the thing with the internet. You can't believe everything on it. Akasaka-senpai, please don't tell me you're buying these stories.
At first I didn't, but lately I'm beginning to think there might be some truth to them.
You believe in UFOs? Oh, come on!
Well, what if this scrapbook is the real file number 34? Huh? The scrapbook is the one that Ryugo Reina possessed when she took the school hostage on the June 25th in the 58th year of Showa. It was assumed to be lost during the confusion of the Hinamizawa disaster, but Oishi-san's old friend was able to locate it in an evidence storage at the prefectural police headquarters. Back then, Oishi thought Ryugo Reina was delusional, but after reading this again after the Hinamizawa disaster, some of the content seemed to hold vital clues. It's not the alien part that he was interested in, but her theory that an endemic disease of parasitic microbes in Hinamizawa was the curse of Oyashiru-sama. Of course, there's no proof that such microbes existed, so it still remains at a theoretical level. Oishi-san says that the three families might have been researching how to bring back the deadly microbe in order to bring back the religious devotion the villagers used to have. The Hinamizawa disaster could be an experiment that went wrong.
His theory is also based on the theories and myths he found on the internet. The village's clinic's chief doctor died mysteriously right after the Hinamizawa disaster. A girl, Furude Rika, was brutally murdered on the night Ryugo Reina took the school hostage. Oh my. There was an underground research lab beneath the village clinic, and Dr. Irie was forced to do microbiological research, but he couldn't live with his own sins and committed suicide. Furude Rika was brutally murdered as a sacrifice for some sort of ritual ceremony in the name of Oyashiru-sama's revival. However, their experiments went wrong. Instead of the microbes being parasitic in the villagers, it became a killer virus, and exterminated the entire village in one night. It's obvious that it wasn't a simple gas disaster. We cannot ignore the fact that one girl prophesied bioterrorism right before the gas disaster, and that several villagers died mysteriously, including Takano Mio herself, who wrote about it all that in that scrapbook. Doesn't sound right to say that the Hinamizawa disaster was an unpredicted and coincidental natural disaster. When you read this file number 34, it's obvious. So, you're saying that the Hinamizawa disaster wasn't a rare natural disaster, but that it was in fact an act of bioterrorism by some cultists? In the Heisei era, everyone in Japan knows about the shocking incident of a doomsday cult group that created a nerve gas, sarin, and unleashed it to kill people. But in the Showa era, the idea of a single cult group being able to carry out such an act of terrorism didn't even cross our minds. Some also say that the reason why the SDF sealed off the area for such a long time was due to an intensive research project to find the killer virus. But I'm not convinced about that. At least the story sounds more convincing than the one with the aliens and UFOs. The idea of cultists and domestic terrorism sounds more rational. Maybe there really was a UFO that crash-landed. When Ryugo Reina took the school hostage, one of her demands to the police was to have them pull out the wreckage of the UFO from their own Gafuchi swamp. It's ridiculous. Well, even if I wanted to make sure if it's ridiculous or not, look at it. The swamp is filled with concrete several meters thick, and there's no way we can check. This is all because of that ridiculous construction that doesn't even do anything to prevent the volcanic gas. Well then, the only way to prove Akasaka-senpai's theory is to find a survivor of Hinamizawa and try to find that microbe in him or her.
Sadly, that's almost impossible. After the Hinamizawa disaster, some survivors were subject to a witch hunt. So even if there are any survivors, they won't tell you that they're from Hinamizawa. Right after the Hinamizawa disaster, some people who were from Hinamizawa started showing erratic behavior. When they started dying mysteriously and committing suicide in strange ways, people got scared of them and witch hunted them to get rid of them from their neighborhoods. The government was practically useless in protecting their privacy at the time, so the former residents of Hinamizawa lied about where they were from and have kept it that way since. Huh. In that case, it's a dead end. But it's my duty as a cop to keep trying. There is much circumstantial evidence to say that the Hinamizawa disaster wasn't a natural disaster. If I can grab hold of one piece of concrete proof, I think I can start revealing the truth behind all this.
Yeah, but it's been over 20 years. The truth might be lying somewhere very deep in the darkness.
That's true. I might not find any answers. It's already the 21st century.
What happened in Hinamizawa in June of the 58th year of the Showa era? The only factual evidence that I have is that Takano Mio mysteriously died and left her scrapbook prophesying a bioterrorist attack. A young girl took a school hostage to make people listen to the prophecy, but no one took it seriously. The chief doctor of the village clinic committed suicide. People believe that a little girl, Fururika, was a reincarnation of Oyashiro-sama and she was brutally murdered. What is the truth behind this scrapbook? Was it written to reveal a huge conspiracy? Or is it just a bunch of delusions written by a maniac? If the contents of this scrapbook are true, the disaster could have been avoided if we had heeded the warnings of one girl. If they are true, then who created the disaster to follow the scenario of the scrapbook? After the sarin nerve gas incident, the words mind control came into the spotlight. In contrast to brainwashing, which can easily force a person to commit certain acts in the short term, mind control takes a long time to gradually make a person believe that what he or she must do is the right thing to do, and act upon it as if it were his or her own act. It's a form of character altercation, which is far more serious than brainwashing. The cult group induced fear and anxiety to its members through revelations of doomsday. At the same time, they ordered them to do certain things as a means of salvation, and made them do so voluntarily. The formula is quite similar to how Ryugu Reina became a puppet of file number 34. So does that mean that Ryugu Reina was mind-controlled by someone? Does that mean that the cult group that mind-controlled her tried to cause the end of the world in order to appeal the credibility of their teachings, just like the other cult group did? Does it make file number 34 some sort of religious textbook for them? When I lose my grip on what's true and what's not, it sometimes makes me feel that someone might be laughing in amusement at this disaster. This scrapbook is like a script. It's a stage script of a tragedy that takes the lives of thousands of villagers in one night. It's a script for demons who enjoy the loss of human life. Someone wrote the script. Someone performed it. Someone watched the show and laughed. Damn it! What the hell happened to Hinamizawa in the June of the 50th year of Showa? Yeah, that's one way to end it.
Oh boy.
Alright. Oh! Hello, my name is Ryukishio7. I hope you enjoyed playing Higurashi When They Cry, Tsumihoroboshi. Yeah, I did. There are several themes I wanted to write in this chapter, but I'd like to talk about one of them here. It's about denial of murder. This is something I had to write sooner or later since this is a novel about serial murders. There are two means that especially youngsters use these days to solve problems, which are murder and suicide. When we feel stress, we choose to either get rid of the source of the stress or to get away from it. Let's say you're bullied by a kid at school. You have two ways to solve the problem. You choose either to get rid of the kid from the current environment or to get away from the environment. Usually, bullies are stronger and have their posse,
so you don't stand a chance alone to get rid of them. It's also not easy to switch classes or to quit school, so you can't easily get away from the situation. As a result, the situation gets worse day by day, and the stress urges you to solve the problem immediately. And you come up with murder or suicide as easy solutions. Sorry about that. If suicide is considered defeat, you'd want to consider murder. I feel like there are many people who think that way. However, if you actually committed a murder, it wouldn't be easy to pay for the sin. No shit, it's murder. I believe murderers know that well too. But you really hate the bully who pushed you to the limit where you have no choice but to kill the bully. So with a determination that turns your entire life upside down, you commit murder. But if you have such a strong determination, there have to be more ways to take than opting for murder, the last resort. You can talk to your friends. If that doesn't work, you can talk to your family. If that doesn't work, you can talk to your teacher. If that doesn't work, then what? There have to be more ways. If you have the determination to give up on your life by committing murder, there have to be more ways. The Heisei era is better than any era before it. There are many hotlines that you can call to talk to someone. Even if you don't have any friends or family, there are many places you can go for help. The people who answer the phone aren't amateurs. They're volunteers, but they're also veterans who have worked as social workers or counselors for juveniles for a long time. I can assure you that they have more social experience and passion than your parents. People who work to help people for free can't be bad people. If you feel like you have no choice but to kill the bully or commit suicide, please try to call those hotlines. People who think it's useless to talk to others usually haven't really talked to anyone. Have the courage to call. There will be somebody you can completely rely on at the other end of the line. Don't keep it to yourself. Talk to somebody. Ryukishi07 wrote such a long stories to tell you this. He must have a very poor literary talent. So Ryukishi07 wants to talk to you all, rather than worrying all by himself. What should I do to write funnier and better stories? 07th Expansion, Ryukishi07. Wow. My God. Okay. Well. Yeah, I'll just stick with this. We have some good music. Well, that was Higurashi Tsumihoroboshi. That was... It was really good. Okay. I say this a lot about all the Higurashi chapters, honestly, that each one of them is good. But there's something about this one that just... It felt good. I mean, it was still sad, but there was something about it. Learning more about Rena, it was almost painful how badly that I resonated with her. And certainly got those emotions down. It's almost painful how badly I resonate with Rena in this. But other than that, I assume it's just going to get better from here on out. This story did something different that I was not expecting, and that was Keiichi remembering the events of Onikakushi. That I was not expecting. So would that mean that maybe Rena, Shion, Mion, Satoko, would they possibly have the chance to be able to remember what happened previously? Although if I had to gander a guess, I imagine that if Mion would suddenly remember, that would also trigger Shion to remember at the same time. But also by proxy, that would also mean that there's a possibility that Satoko would immediately remember because what happened in Mayakashi. Those three were heavily connected in that one. So I wonder. Just wonder. Or maybe I'm just looking for an excuse to see more of Shion, honestly. I don't know. But regardless, I look forward to continuing more Higurashi. But I am going to go ahead and reveal this. I'm not going to go jump into the next arc because I want to wait for the voice acting. I know Manga Gamer has been kind of pretty lax on that. They haven't really gone too on that. So I'm going to be waiting for the voice patch for the next arc after this one. So, what's going to be taking Higurashi's place? Well, it's something that I had to set overnight to install. It's a game I've been really looking forward to playing. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys already know exactly what I'm talking about. So, I will cap this off here and kind of leave that as a surprise for the people who already except for the people who already know what's going to be happening next. But let's just say I look forward to seeing you guys in that next Let's Play. So, if you guys enjoyed this, I hope you guys enjoy this, well, pretty much 3-hour long video. And if you did, be sure to let me know. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you very much for joining me on this story. And I will see you guys in the next video.